Okay, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Bronte75 here, and welcome to the start of my next Sonic livestream playthrough on my channel, and that is going to be Sonic Frontiers for the PS5. So yep, I've already hinted at this before I finished my Sonic Unleashed recompiled playthrough, that I will be doing this game after I finish that game. And now that that game is finally done and over with, all the hot dog missions done, all the DLCs done, and that we fought against the Egg Dragoon and Dark Gaia and watched the credits roll, we are finally onto this game. And for many reasons is that I never showcased this game on the channel before, so I'm very happy to share my experience with you all. So as always, gonna check my audio settings and everything, and I should be good. Okay, I should be good. Hey Vincent, hey Dark Knight, welcome to the stream. And yes, it is time. We're finally getting into this game. Love Sonic Frontiers. I love Sonic Frontiers too. And I'm definitely more than happy to give my full thoughts on this game throughout this livestream playthrough. Alrighty, so only 3 people watching right now, which is fine. Alrighty, let's go on and get started. Let's do this. So yeah, I did play a little bit of this game before starting this playthrough, and I decided to boot up my older save file and went for the tokens and the first Starfall Island in this game. But yeah, anyways, here's the game right here. Gonna check my audio again to make sure it's not louder than my microphone. Okay. So it's a bit delayed. I am checking through my phone, so it's gonna be really hard to tell, but let me just double check again. Yeah, okay. I think it should be fine. Alrighty. But anyways, here is Sonic Frontiers that was released on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PC, and Nintendo Switch. I'm playing the PS5 version of this game because it's the only version of this game that I own, though I do own a PS4 copy. I did play it on PS4 at first until I went for the PS5 version because this game came out in November of 2022, and I did not have a PS5 at that point. I didn't get one until a year later, and this was one of the first games that I got for the PS5. And thank goodness for Sony, they give players the option to upgrade a PS4 game to their definitive PS5 versions. That is what I did with Spider-Man Miles Morales, as that game also had a PS4 version, and it was possible to. They gave you the option to upgrade that to the PS5 version. It was also the case for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, in which I have done a playthrough of, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. And yeah, and it's done for this game as well. Alrighty, so okay, 9 views. Okay. Yeah, I feel like YouTube's algorithm is gonna kick me in the butt, I fear. Yeah, so yeah, I have beaten this game before, and I think I have beaten this game like 3 times. So this is gonna be overall my 4th playthrough of this game. Only this time that I'm live streaming it. So we are gonna do new game, but I will review to you some other stuff. It's got Battle Rush, in which I'll showcase later on in this playthrough. Also got Cyberspace Challenge, got Arcade Mode, all that stuff, and you can carry over data from the PS4 version, but no need for that. Alright, so we're just gonna take a look at extras. So I do have everything set I do have everything set as default. But yeah, so you can change Sonic's outfits to different what do they call it? To different costumes. So he's got Rathlos, Feline Rathlos. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. He's also got the holiday cheers. He's also got the holiday cheers suit, in which I think I'll use in the next part of this playthrough, since it is the final month of 2025 and before 2026 hits. Jeez, this year has gone by fast. My gosh. Okay, we're not gonna use that right now. All right, so we can also change his friends' outfits into the friends' party outfits, which is also cool. I'll probably use that in the next stream too. We can also change the Coco appearance to either Springtime Coco or the Coco Party outfit. Some good stuff. And we can change the island appearance too. But yeah, for now, we're just gonna stick with the default. Oh yeah, and so if you buy a physical copy of this game, it actually includes a voucher code that you can put in, which includes the Adventurer's Treasure Box. Let me double check the case. I think it comes with that. Yeah, it comes with the Adventurer's Treasure Box, which includes the blue seeds of defense, some extra skill points, and some extra red seeds of power, which are going to be needed for the majority, which is going to be needed for progressing through the game. But anyways, without further ado, let's go on and get started here. So yeah, I am going to do new game. So this game has four different difficulty modes. It's got easy, normal, hard, and extreme, which is not recommended because it says right here, this mode is for battle-hardened veterans. Taking a single hit will mean game over. Game difficulty cannot be changed partway. So yeah, not going to be doing that in this live stream playthrough because yeah, it's far too demanding. So we're just going to stick with hard. We're just going to stick with hard mode, which says recommended for those who want challenging battles and something extra. So pretty much what that does is that it includes an extra final boss near the end of the main game. So yeah, I do want to showcase that in this playthrough. Alright, so you can select the settings that fit your style of play. These can be changed in more detail at any time during the game in options. Alrighty. So yeah, we are going to choose high speed style, as I have been a Sonic fan for 20 years. So yeah, let's go on and choose this, and opening cutscene. Just gonna increase the volume a little bit, but not by much. Anyways, we got Dr. Eggman, who arrives on an island and discovers this giant throne, whatever this is. I wonder. But let's find out. Oh, that voice sounds familiar. I wonder who that is. About to find out later on in the game. Whoa. What the heck are these things?
Yes, it's all coming online. The ancient secrets will be mine. Status report. Answer me.
Simulations complete. Executing protective initiative.
What? No! No!
Whoa. Well, he just got... I'm not sure what that was, but it looks like they pulled Eggman right inside that giant throne. Kind of weird, but anyways, we got the main characters here. We got Sonic, obviously, as well as his two buddies, Tails and Amy Rose.
How exciting!
You tracked the Chaos Emeralds here, right? Let's find out what drew them here.
Alright, Sonic Frontiers, let's freaking go. Hello Jess, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Hope all is well with you. And hello Brandon, welcome to the stream as well. Yes, I still hate Zendaya Collective. I don't believe she is a good person for many reasons that I have said in the Zendaya fanbase video. But we're not going to be going over that. I've already moved on. Anyways, what's happening? Wow. So they got sucked in too. Crazy. Oh god. Okay. We're already starting. I didn't even have enough time. But yeah. I just need to lower it a little bit to make sure it's not loud. So just to make sure it's not loud or anything. But yeah, I do want to do a bit of this before we start. So yeah. Yeah, it's really weird how it starts off just like that. So I'm gonna go to game settings and see if there's some things that I need to change here. Okay, camera y-axis. Okay, that still inverts. That's how. This is a setting that so this is for many 3D platformers. I always have the camera y-axis to invert. So yeah, it always works. Anything else? Okay, that should be fine. Okay, I think it's more or less the same. Okay, we should be good. Alrighty, here we go. So on to the first stage of Sonic Frontiers. So, alright, so might as well just read this. Use the left analog stick to move around. Sonic will walk or run depending on how much the left analog stick is moved. Pressing R2 will have Sonic boost in the same direction as the left analog stick. So, same exact thing as in same exact thing as in every other 3D Sonic game. Yeah, I like the look. I really like the looks of this. So obviously we can jump and double jump, which has been a thing since not since Sonic Colors, but since Sonic Blast on Game Gear. The third game to include it was I'm trying to get this word right. The third game to include it was Sonic R, and Sonic Colors is the fourth, but first main series game to utilize the double jump. Sonic Forces also had it. So yeah, so I think this is overall the 6th game in the series where he has a double jump. There you go. So yeah, we can see right here they decided to bring back Green Hill Zone for the upteenth time, because Sega will just never stop having a fetish for this stage. And I won't be surprised if it returns again in the 35th anniversary game, because it's we've seen this place over and over again for nearly 35 years. Everything's great. I've got more to share with you when it comes to the oh my god, forgive me if I stuttered a lot. Everything's great. I've got more to share with you when it comes to the love story of Shador. Nice. I'm happy to hear what that is. Looking forward to hearing what the story is about. You say you finished chapter 4, right? Are you on chapter 5? Yeah, just forgive me if I'm forgetting a few things, or if I'm getting a few things mixed up. Yeah, I'm gonna retry though. I'm gonna retry this stage because so you saw that I missed the first red ring, and it also says that we need I think it said we need 50 rings. Okay, I forgot to look. I got distracted by the chat, but so yeah, and we also have to beat this at a very faster time. So I'm gonna try to be quick about this here. Okay, so I'm just gonna perform my speed running techniques here. Yeah, I think you have to beat this in under 50. Let's see. Yeah, you do. Okay, so you have to beat this in... Oh, no, it's not under 50. Okay, so you have to beat it in under 43 seconds. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, so so we may have to play through this, I think. We may have to play through this 2 more times, I think. Yeah, the reason I'm doing this is because Later on in this game, there is a key. There are a total of vault keys that Sonic needs to grab in order to unlock more portals, which is what you'll be seeing later on in this game, and those are important for progressing through the game. So I will do my best to 100% complete these 100% complete these cyberspace stages. So yeah. So this is the very first cyberspace stage in the game. And as far as I'm aware, this level design is actually taken from Windmill Isle Act 1 from Sonic Unleashed. I never actually realized this until many people have pointed this out. And it's gonna be amazing. Wow, I still didn't get enough. What? Okay. That is just bull. Okay, nice. Okay, so I did get it right. You are in chapter 5. Commander Towers. Oh, that's Shadow speaking. Commander Towers. Who are these 3 beings? Shadow asks seriously. Nice. Okay, so I still missed 5 rings somehow. That's weird. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to slow down and explore a bit, and then I'll have to play through it one last time. But yeah, so yeah, I do like how this game starts off with the I like how this game starts off similarly to the other 3D games, but it does an epic twist after you beat it, in which we're not going to be playing through we're not directly moving on to the next level, but rather it's going to feature something very new for the series that is more than a hub world. So it's a lot more than what Sonic Adventure tried to do. Yeah, you will be saying that momentarily. By the way, what are your guys' thoughts on this game? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Are you indifferent to it? Love to know. But yeah, because I am a big Sonic Frontiers glazer. I loved playing it ever since it first came out back in 2022, and I have loved it ever since. However, that isn't to say the game isn't flawed, as there are moments where it seems unpolished, and sometimes the controls and these cyberspace stages like this one are a bit iffy at times. So yeah, you saw right there to where Sonic was just hugging the walls. He was hugging the corners of the walls as he was running there. So yeah, already a big. So yeah, there's already an issue with the controls here. Yeah. Okay, let me concentrate and get through this right here. Okay, I think I should be able to make it. It's really hard to pull some of these off while doing commentary. But there we go. So now we 100% completed the first cyberspace stage in this game. So now we can move on. And what the heck happened? What is this place?
Tails? Amy?
I wonder what they want. What happened to them?
Looks like I'm the only one who made it out of that. Whatever it was.
Mortal,
Hello?
you have done the impossible. You have escaped cyberspace through your own power. You are the key.
Key, huh? Sure beats being called a rodent. Are you saying I can rescue my friends?
Find the Chaos Emeralds. Destroy the Titans. Tear down the walls between dimensions.
Yeah, okay, sure. How about a little context? Hello?
Whoa, who's that?
Well, some direction is better than none. Here we go.
Okay, so we just saw a character floating above and looking down at Sonic there. I sure wonder who that is. We'll have to find out eventually. 3 beings we never thought we'd have to face again, Commander Towers added tensely. Black Doom, Infinite, and Mephiles the Dark. Ooh, Infinite's gonna be in that story. That's interesting. That was such a missed opportunity for Shadow Generations to not include Infinite, because I feel like that would have I feel like that would have thematically added more depth with with the idea of Shadow just fighting past enemies. That's something I forgot to bring up when I did my one-shot video on that game, as well as my live stream that I did back in July. But yeah, I actually like this idea. That's pretty interesting. Like, imagine if that game got DLC and they added Infinite. That'd be sick. And it was really cool to see Mephiles in that game too, even though he was from the timeline that was erased at the end of Sonic 06, which kind of explains why Crisis City is in that game. And it's kind of a shame that Shadow doesn't even remember him, considering that Mephiles goes, "I want to exist." Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Look around. Use the right analog stick to rotate the camera. Find the way forward. Press left on the D-pad to bring up this window again. Alrighty. Go to the options to change settings, such as the camera angle and player controls. If you find yourself having motion sickness, what? I never thought I'd see a video game warn a player about motion sickness. I've never seen that before. Anyways, try using a wider camera angle, turning out blur and rotation, and turning on the center cursor. Ready? We don't need that. You can just go right here. But yeah, you also notice that Sonic's voice is a lot deeper than usual now. And I feel like the reason is because I like to think that Roger Craig Smith has been listening to the criticisms about his voice for Sonic. But safe to say that it's kind of unnecessary. Like, I don't think the voice director, I don't know who the voice director is, but I feel like they didn't need to make him tone it down a notch with his performance, because I'm one of the people who actually doesn't mind Roger as Sonic. In fact, I actually think that Roger provides a good voice for Sonic, because like I remember like when Sonic Colors and Sonic Freeriders came out back in 2010. I was in 5th grade at the time, and I remember getting the DS version of Sonic Colors, and then when I heard voice clips of Sonic going "yo" and stuff like that, it was actually before the text dialogue. When I heard his first line when he and Tails were going up Eggman's Interstellar Amusement Park, and then the line he said, what did he say during that cutscene? I'm trying to remember. I remember he said, it's like he's begging us to trash the place or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, when I heard that, younger me was so shocked, and I was like, why does he sound different? But yeah. But case in point, though, I do think Roger is a great voice for Sonic. So yeah, I'll delve into more on that later. So here we have to activate 3 ancient switches on the ground. Activating them will reward and unlock a part of the map. All right, let's do it. All right, I'll read the chat later on. Yeah, I'm gonna hurry up and get to this, so I'm gonna avoid wasting time, because I don't think anyone wants to hear me chatter right now. All right. Alrighty, so now we have our first access to the Red Seed of Power, and we managed to unlock more parts of the map, as what the game just said. Actually no, didn't it say it? Okay, bad memory. Complete challenges to reveal the map. Completing challenges will reveal the surrounding area on the map. Once revealed, the map will help in locating guardians, portals, and memory tokens. Open the map by pressing the touchpad. Sure thing. This is one thing that Shadow Generations did not do for some reason. It made no use of the touchpad. So yeah. Instead you have access to the map by just pausing the screen. So yeah. It's one of the stranger things. It's one of the more stranger things that they ever did. So, yeah, so as I said, so after beating that stage, instead of going directly into another stage, we're instead brought into an open world area. So yeah, this is the very first game in the series to introduce an open. This is the very first game in the series to be open world. And I have played a lot of open world games throughout the past 2 decades. I played it's mostly like some of these Spider-Man games that are open world, but I have played a few others, like some of these SpongeBob games and even the Batman Arkham series. And I heard that this game takes a lot of inspiration from one of these Zelda games on the Switch. I think it was called Breath of the Wild. And I'm definitely seeing a lot of similarities. It actually looks pretty cool. I think Super Mario Odyssey was open world I think Super Mario Odyssey was also open world, if I'm not mistaken. I've never played that game. But man, does this look cool right here, like being able to walk around in this open world area, in which this game actually refers to it as open zone. But I'm still sticking with open world anyway. Notifications. A notification may appear when Sonic is near something new. Pressing down on the D-pad while the notification is displayed to practice the action is in the training simulator to get a hint about what Sonic is about to encounter. Press down on the D-pad to go to the training simulator now. That's your thing. Alrighty, so this game has a training simulator similar to games like Mega Man 11, to where the game allows you to test your abilities and knowing how to attack enemies and defend yourself against them. So we have access to the homing attack, which, like in Sonic Unleashed, you press the square button to activate the move. So, and unlike Sonic Unleashed, however, it actually makes a lot of sense for this game to use the square button to homing attack because, well, for reasons I'll mention later. I'm not going to spoil it right now. I'm going to read the chat right here. Adora and Amy gasp in horror. The pink hedgehog and gray and orange Latana mouse were terrified. Shadow and Sonic thought they were going to lose their minds. The two hedgehogs knew for a fact that Black Doom, Infinite, and Mephiles were very powerful beings, and now that all three of them had joined forces and were using Satellite to destroy Adora and the Earth, Sonic and the gang knew it was going to take more of them to save Sally and take down Black Doom, Infinite, and Mephiles. And since Black Doom is in that story, I kind of wonder if he's going to do the same thing like he did in Shadow 05 and Shadow Generations, where he would try to manipulate Shadow or something, or just try to harass him when he's just doing his daily missions and stuff, and just bring him to Radical Highway. Is that going to be in the story? I'm kind of curious. Anyways, exit the training simulator. The training simulator can be accessed by pressing the touchpad, and with the touchpad is displayed on the lower right corner of the screen. Ready? So I appreciate this game for telling us players how to do these certain things and actions and stuff. So yeah, I love it when games do that. What's this? Alright, anyways, we got some enemies right here. So as I said, press the X button, not X button. You press the square button instead of the X button to homing attack enemies like in Sonic Unleashed. And upon defeating them, we can pick up dropped items. When enemies are defeated, they drop various items such as skill pieces and seeds. Gather enough skill pieces and they will turn into skill points as shown in the lower right corner of the screen. These can be used to learn new skills to enhance Sonic. Nice. Alright, 17 views in the stream, not bad, and 6 people watching. Good stuff. Yeah, what were those red things right there? That was weird. I've never seen those there before. And I think I already went this way. Wait, did the rings respawn in this game? I kind of forgot about that. Yeah. I forgot they respawn. Anyway, let's just move on ahead. Okay, so we have to go this way, and then after this, then I can go to the other pathways. All right, so more of these enemies here. I forget what they're unfortunately I forgot what they're called, but yeah, these are the main baddies of this game. And you guys have yet to see it, but so far I'm homing attacking them. But Sonic does have more moves than just Sonic has more moves than just jumping on them and homing attacking them. So the game will eventually tell us. So I will save it when we get to that part. Okay, so smash these so that we can grab more rings. All right, so you're saying on the top left corner of the screen is that Sonic needs a total of 400 rings in order to power himself up. I think it actually shows later. It actually shows what happens when you do. So when you do grab 400 rings, he's able to run faster and boost faster as well. So you will be saying that later on. Okay, so yeah, you're supposed to go this way. Yeah, it's been quite some time since I've last played this. I think the last time I played was I think back in June, since I moved to my new place. So, but yeah, I do remember a few things here and there. There you go. Oh, and first mini boss of this game. This is Ninja. Dang, Espio must have some competition there. Espio must have some competition here. Anyways, use lock on and defeat the Guardian. Guardians are very powerful. They are bigger than normal enemies and have special attacks. Study their moves to find an opening. Tip: when an enemy is targeted, lock onto them by pressing R3. Ready? Okay, so I think we're already locked onto them. And yep, you guys are seeing it right now. So just like Sonic Unleashed, Sonic has combat moves. Yep, this game has combat, just like Sonic Unleashed and also Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. But more so about Sonic Unleashed, since Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is a spin-off game and takes place in another universe and is a part of another Sonic spin-off series. But yeah, we're not gonna be discussing that right now. But anyways, by defeating a Guardian, we can pick up the portal gear. Guardians will drop a portal gear. These gears are very important, so don't forget to pick them up. Nice. And doing that unlocks this door. Even though it looks like we can just, or actually no, we can't. Okay, there's no ground there. Oops. That's why Black Doom wants Sally to destroy Adora. In his mind, once Adora is destroyed, Shadow will be heartbroken enough to allow Black Doom to convince Shadow to cross to the dark side, so he can help them destroy the Earth. Yeah, he has already tried to do that back in Shadow 05. So something tells me that he's very likely to fail. Because it's so funny how in Shadow Generations, he said that he had learned from their last encounter, but the same outcome happens again in that the same outcome happens again. So like what point was Black Doom trying to make there? Like you're still just doing the same things that you did in your debut game. So like what's the point? Like all that like you're literally just doing the same thing that you did like 19 years ago by this point. Yeah. Anyways, turn the statue to open the gate. The ancient gate seems to be locked. Turn the statue in front of the gate to proceed. Okay. Alright, so we gotta move. Oh, we have to move this thing? Okay. Whoa! Okay, when did Sonic get this power? I've never seen him do this before. So yeah, we have to hold the square button and move the left analog stick. So we can open another gate. Awesome stiff. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going this way. I'm not gonna try to I'm not gonna try to explore yet until we've gone through everything here. Alrighty, so unlock skills. Sonic Psyloop skill can now be learned using the skill points that have been accumulated as shown. Using the skill points that have been accumulated as shown in the lower right corner, as shown in the lower right of the screen. Go to the skills menu to unlock it. Alright, so you can see here. So normally when you start this game, if you don't have the voucher code, Sonic would have 0 skill points, I think. And since I have the voucher code permanently activated, I start off with okay. I forgot to check when we got into this the open world Starfall Island, but I think I had up to 5 or 10. I literally lost count. But yeah, so this is the skill. So this is the skill tree. So the game wants us to unlock the Psyloop. Let's do it. Nice. And we can unlock some others too. So we also have Phantom Rush. Alright, wait, I'm going to read this first. The Psyloop. Run around while leaving a light trail. After creating an enclosure with the light trail and then releasing the button, various effects can happen. So that's another move that I've never seen before. And we also got Phantom Rush. When the combo meter is maxed out, Phantom Rush is activated, resulting in attacks being 1.2 times more powerful. Phantom Rush lasts until the combo meter reaches 0. Alright, so we're gonna be getting this one. So as you can tell right here, so this move is a multi-punch attack where Sonic can create after images. You know, pretty much like a after image technique that several Dragon Ball characters can do. So yeah, it reminds me of that. Like Sonic is, I love how they just make Sonic a shonen type character when it comes to moments like that. Alright, and he also has another new move which is called Sonic Boom, not to be mistaken with the Japanese song from Sonic CD or the spin-off series with the Wii U game and the TV series. But so this move has them doing a high-speed kick that unleashes shockwaves to pummel the enemy, and this is activated by holding the L2 button in midair or during a combo. So we're gonna be using that as well. Let's see. Do I want this? I might as well go for it. But this is Wild Rush. So this is a high-speed zigzagging attack. And wow. I'll admit though that actually looks pretty cool. So this is activated by pressing either L1 or R1 and then the square button. The way it's laid out like this is kind of weird because I feel like that should say press L1 or R1, but no, instead they just put the slash there. So I assumed that you had to push both buttons at the same time and then the square button to activate the move. But no, eventually I figured out that you just press either button and then the square button. So it's weird. Oh, okay, I don't have enough skill points. Dang, okay. Alright, whatever. We'll just go for this instead. So this is Air Trick. So this is more of a... Okay, so it's not really an attack or anything, but... Air tricks can be performed when sparks surround Sonic while he is in the air. Perform air tricks to earn skill pieces. Alrighty. So that's pretty much all that we can acquire for now. Use Psyloop. To use Psyloop, hold the triangle button and run any circle. Be sure to close the circle before releasing the triangle button. By using it in the open field, not only rings can be found, but also memory tokens and seeds. Perhaps a rare item as well. So yeah, I will be using this a lot throughout this OP because there are collectibles that there are some collectibles other than skill pieces that you will need in order to make progression. So yeah. So it's pretty much how it is. It kind of reminds me of that one move that Pac-Man has in Pac-Man World 3 after he gains a power-up, and it pretty much works almost the exact same way, in which you can also use this move to kill enemies, which was what Pac-Man did in that game as well. So yeah, I can definitely see the similarities there. So hit these right here. I'm just gonna keep going through and see what else the game is going to tell us. Alright, so homing attack these. All right, so the game hasn't told us this yet, but you can push L3 to light speed dash. So yeah, another reason why I like Sonic Frontiers is that this game makes use of every button. So yeah, this is something that Shadow Generations also did not do for some reason, because Shadow does not light speed dash in that game, even though he could in Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes. I don't remember if he can in Sonic Forces. I haven't played that game since 2021, but I feel like at some point I may have to revisit it, probably as a chill stream or something. Where will I have to go for protection? Adora asked nervously. Alright, so we have to use the side loop to distinguish these flames here. Whoosh. Whoosh. Nice. Alright, and we unlocked another part of the map. So I will try to do my best to find all these I will do my best to find all these challenge signs, so that way I can unlock every single part of the map, and that the full map will be shown. So some good stuff. But yeah, I do like this mechanic, but it does have one major flaw. So just like every other open world game, the setting will switch from day to night. So there are definitely times to where so right now it's currently daylight but cloudy, but eventually over time the sky will go dark, and then it becomes nighttime. And unfortunately, for some odd reason, they decided to lock the challenge gates, or challenge signs rather, behind the nighttime setting, because they made some of those challenge signs exclusive to the nighttime setting. So you'd have to wait a while before the sun comes back up, and then from then on you can do the challenge. I really wish this game had a time of day transition similar to Sonic Unleashed, and even some other open world games I play, like the Insomniac Spider-Man games, where in all three of those games, the first game, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2, they actually give players the option to switch the current time of day. So unfortunately they did not include that for this game. I'm not sure why they didn't though, but yeah. So it's one of my main complaints with Sonic Frontiers. Anyways, grind down here. Alright, 21 views in the stream, not bad so far. Okay. Hasn't even been an hour yet. Hasn't even been an hour since I streamed. Alright, so let's do this right here. So yep. As I said before, you can use the side loop to attack the enemies as well. And wow, I love how they even sense the flying too. That's pretty sick. Alright, I'm gonna use my new abilities. Alright, so I have Sonic Boom, I have Phantom Rush. Okay, not counting this one, that's not really an attack. So I do have 3 moves so far, so I'm gonna use the Sonic Boom. Nice. It's so funny how they named it after the Sonic CD song, as well as the spin-off series with the TV series, as well as some games on the Wii U and 3DS, as well as the Archie comic series. So yeah. Kind of funny thing is how one of the Street Fighter characters also has a move called Sonic Boom, and they actually joked about it in the Archie, Sonic, and Mega Man crossover, which I thought was really funny. Okay. I'm gonna read the chat again. Oh.
Return to the digital dimension again. Use that gear to bridge the gap between dimensions.
Yeah, what exactly does she mean? Insert the portal gear. Unactivated portals can be activated with portal gears. Jump onto the portal's pedestal to insert the portal gear. Okay. Okay, so yep, this is exactly what these gears are for.
It is not enough enough to make the connection.
Wait, what?
One gear will not suffice. Hunt down another target and take its gear.
Whoa. Whoa. What is that? Wow, another Guardian boss? Guardian mini boss? Ooh, okay. You gotta move. It's shooting. Dodge Guardian attacks. To dodge, lock onto an enemy with the with the right analog stick and press L1 or R1. Dodging is faster than normal movement and specializes in avoiding enemy attacks. When in midair, there is no need to lock onto an enemy to dodge. Okay, I'm gonna read the chat after this. I was about to do that. I was about to do it, but the game I got interrupted. Ooh. Okay, so. Alright, so I think the best move to use against this, dang it. The best move to use against this is Sonic Boom. So that way we can damage parts of its body. Might have to dodge again. Okay, dodge again. Where is he? Or where is it? There we go. So we have to hit that. I'm gonna try locking on more. Here we go. There we go. Okay, first use of the Phantom Rush. So you saw on the right of the right of the screen, when it reaches its full bar, or when the bar reaches when the gauge reaches how do I phrase this? When the gauge is fully completed, that's when the move activates. So yeah. So with that, Sonic will create after images of himself and wail on the enemy. So yeah. That's literally the anime-esque move. As I've seen a lot of anime characters perform moves like that. Like some of the Dragon Ball characters would use after image techniques. And I think I've seen some Naruto characters do that as well. And there was even a scene in One Punch Man where there was like this one character who creates after image version, who would create after images of himself. I think Saitama did that as well. Like with the with that one move that was called which he calls serious sideways jumps. I always thought that was really cool. Yeah, they really out here trying to make Sonic a shonen character. The last game that did this was Sonic and the Black Knight. Crazy stuff. I'll arrange for gun soldiers to guard your home, Adora. Commander Towers explained. You'll have gun soldiers giving you around the clock protection. Commander Towers? I don't think that's a good idea. Sonic ejected. Jeez. If Sally knows about Adora, chances are she'll know where she lives. Is she trying to dox Adora? She better not. Anyways. Yeah, okay. We have access to this, I think. Okay, so yeah, it said right there it needed to. Okay, I'm so dumb.
Return to cyberspace as many times as it takes.
Alright, so you have same objectives as the last stage. Reach the goal, clear with rank S time, clear with 80 rings, and find all red star rings. Let's do this. So this is the same thing that Eggman encountered in that first cutscene. Did he end up in cyberspace as well? About to find out. Ooh. Yep, same exact thing happened to Eggman. Interesting. Alrighty, some more of the I already forgot what this is called. I have such bad memory. But yeah, we have more of these training thingies right here. Oh my god. I have such bad memory. But yeah, so yeah, it's pretty much telling us all these moves right here. We can side loop. We can press R3 to lock on. Get stiff. Yep, homing attack with the square button. So yeah, so the prime reason as to why the homing attack is on the square button is because this game has combat just like Sonic Unleashed, and there is a big difference. There is a big difference to that. So Sonic can now okay, now it tells us how to light speed dash. So yeah. So yeah, push X, L3, and then square to homing attack. But yeah, this game has combat, and the only difference is that Sonic is in his base form and not in his Werehog form. And might as well just say this right now, but this game's combat, while still enjoyable, it still pales in comparison to Sonic Unleashed Werehog combat. Because I've already mentioned it a couple of times in oh yeah, I love this theme, by the way. I used this in the stream before. I used this in the stream will be starting soon screen. Literally one of my favorites in the game. But yeah, I did say this in my Sonic Unleashed recompiled playthrough, but the Werehog in Sonic Unleashed has like so many cool ass moves that are so fun to pull off, and are very fun to learn the combo strings centered around those abilities, because like not only are they fun to use, but you can also use them to your advantage to combo the hell out of enemies in that game, and essentially perform TOD combos, which means touch of death. And like that was one of the many things that was one of many things that made the Werehog so great, in my opinion. It's like I love using moves like the spinning needle attack, the missile punch, the vertical werehammer, the aerial pile driver, which is the command grab, and a few others like the double axle combo and the shooting star combo, especially like the latter, in which Sonic will send the enemy into the ground, which will cause a shockwave, sending other enemies flying. Like that's one of many things as to why I love the Werehog's gameplay in that game. And not only that, but he also had some of the best platforming in the series too, where how he spin jumps after grabbing ledges, and it's especially useful if you're speed running through the stages. Because I mentioned how in Apato's Act 1 Act 1 during the nighttime, where like there's like the section to where you would have to walk onto the tightrope section, but there's a strat that can help save time, to where you can just do the ledge grab trick, in which you hold the circle button, and then upon reaching the ledge you can hold the X button, and then he will do a spin jump. And that helps save a lot more time than just walking on them. So yeah, I bet those Werehog detractors are probably not aware of it, but yeah, that is a thing that you can do. I did show that in my live stream. So yeah, that's why you should always watch speedrun videos, because they can help learn new tricks and can actually be very beneficial for your own playthrough. That's what I do in my Mega Man videos as well. So yeah, it's not that it's cheating. I mean I don't really get why a lot of casual players just often get offended by it, when it's actually more useful. Because like you don't necessarily need to speedrun, but you can still perform speedrunning tricks, like even if it means abusing glitches. Because you can do that in games like Mega Man 1 and Mega Man 3. So yeah. Anyways, back to Sonic Frontiers right here. So this is the second stage in this game. And so this time, it's Sky Sanctuary. Which is yet another overused level in the series. As since Sonic Generations, they have been bringing back this level countless times for, I don't know, I guess nothing but nostalgia pandering or whatever. So yeah, it's clear that Sega has an obsession with this level. Alright, but the clear time on this stage is very strict, as you have to beat it in under 55 seconds. Alright, so I'm gonna try one more time. If I don't get this, then I'll just move on. Yeah, the reason I'm trying to 100% complete these stages is to have access to all the vault keys, and if you have all 4 vault keys, the game will award you with 3 more extra ones. So you will be seeing that eventually in this stream. Oh my god, I'm already losing a lot of time. Jeez. Oh come on, I could have air boosted there. But yeah, it's also interesting how in this game you hold the R2 button to boost rather than the square button like in all the recent games. So, yeah, so I do know, but yeah, there is an actual reasoning to that, and it's because this game has combat, just like Unleashed. There you go. But yeah, like I said, this game's combat is still fun, but not as good as Sonic Unleashed, and it's definitely still better than the Wii/PS2 version of that game's combat. That's for sure. Okay, so it doesn't look like I'm gonna beat this another 55. I'm not. I really need to look up those speedrunning strats that the official Sonic Twitter kind of posted. And might as well just like look up some speedruns or something, because I don't know like these extra pathways to take in order to get the 55-second requirement. Yeah, we're just gonna leave here. Alright, so yeah, camera. Yeah, I do love that they have these here. Alright, so let's get out. Yeah, did I miss anything? Okay, no, I didn't. Black Doom Infinite and Mephiles don't know that Adora is immortal. Adora can't be destroyed, Amy replied. She's immortal. And so, unfortunately here, we only got 3 vault keys, but that is fine. Thankfully, the other cyberspace levels have easier clear times, thank god. Alright, a vault was unsealed and can now be opened with a vault key. And there's our first Chaos Emerald that is being locked behind the vault. And another Chaos Emerald. Nice. Oh yeah, funny thing. Sonic Frontiers was the first Sonic game since Sonic Generations to use the Chaos Emeralds as well as feature Super Sonic. So yeah, been a whole decade since these Chaos Emeralds were relevant to the story, because they were not, for some reason they were not in Sonic Lost World, they were not in Sonic Forces, and this game was like 5 years after Sonic Forces. So yeah, that is a long time span in between the release of each mainline Sonic game. It's pretty crazy. Like, not counting like the spin-offs like Sonic Boom or Sonic or some tie-ins like Sonic Mania. The last main series Sonic game up to this point was Sonic Forces. So yeah, very crazy. Because I was 17 years old when Sonic Forces came out. I was 17 years old when Sonic Forces came out, as I was a senior in high school. And this game came out while I was in college. So it's pretty crazy how time goes by, you know. Crazy stuff. All right, so anyway, all right, so we got our okay, so this applies to every save file. So I just got Windmill Isle Day from Sonic Unleashed. Wow. And not only that, so we got a lot of returning tracks from all the games that came out before Frontiers in its 30-year and the franchise's 30-year lifespan. So yeah, good stuff. But yeah, we're not gonna be using that right now. We're just gonna listen to this game's original tracks. Yeah, I will be using them in a probably later on in this live LP. Alright, so by the way, Jess, since you're the only one commenting, what are your thoughts on Sonic Frontiers? Have you played it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think the story is great? Do you like the characterization? Do you like the gameplay? Do you like the soundtracks? Would love to hear your opinion. Would love to hear your opinion on it. Loving the story so far that you're providing in the chat. Alright, we got 25. Wow, okay. Yeah, this the VOD for this stream is probably gonna get niche views. And granted, you know, even though I'm now a YouTube partner, I still need I am still trying to work my way into getting 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, I just need about, how many more do I need left for 1,000? I really suck with the math. But yeah, I still need but it is definitely less than 100. I think I need less than 70 more to get 1,000 subs. So I'm really hoping that happens. Probably not this month, but at least at some point in 2026, and that's when my YouTube channel will be 10 years old. Crazy how it's been that long. Okay, so alright, so the game wants us to get the Chaos Emerald, so it's all the way over there. Okay, so I have to go this way. I don't know why I was hitting those balloons. That's true. Commander Towers agreed. However, Black Doom, Infinite, and Mephiles aren't aware of her immortality. Adora's immortality is the advantage she has over them. So does that mean Adora is going to kick their butts or something? Because it was revealed that she's capable of going super, or at least in the other story you wrote. I wonder if that's a possibility. And I wonder if that's a possibility in this one. Alright, so we got another music track, which was Planet Wisp from Sonic Colors. Nice. I love Sonic Colors' soundtrack. It's so good. And by the way, speaking of Sonic Colors, I didn't even mention this. I didn't even mention that yet, but yeah, Sonic Colors had turned 15 years old not too long ago. Like I remember back in when I was in 5th grade and seeing all the trailers for that game, and even talking about it with my friends. Even talking about it with my friends at the time too. Like we were all so hyped for that game. It's some good stuff. Whoa. Okay, I've never seen those creatures before. But these guys are the Cocos, who are just essentially this game's version of the Chow. Gather Coco to strengthen Sonic. These creatures are called the Coco, as I just mentioned. They seem to be lost. Locate their elder and return them to him. The elder will surely offer a reward for their return, whether increasing Sonic's speed or ring capacity. So yeah, you will be needing these cute little guys in order to max out Sonic's abilities. So yeah, so it's a lot similar to the skill system. It's a lot similar to the skill system from Sonic Unleashed. So yeah, so yeah, we will be needing a lot of these bad boys in order to get him fully maxed out. I feel like just like Sonic Unleashed, I feel like I might have to make multiple streams dedicated to trying to max out this Bloobler. But yeah. No, I haven't played it, but the story is amazing. The music is incredible, and the character developments are very heartfelt. Good taste. I absolutely agree with that. We will be saying that later on in the game, but Sonic Frontiers has one of my favorite stories ever in the Sonic game. Like, I am so glad. Like the best thing about this is that they got Ian Flynn to write the story for this game, and man, oh man. That guy does a terrific job. Like, I was already a fan of his work on the Archie series, as well as the IDW series, in which I'm currently reviewing. And he did great in all of those, with the exception of a few things, like, you know, Shadow's characterization in issue 6, and how Sonic just decides to let Metal go in issue 12, which I heavily criticized in my review of that issue. But other than that, he's a fantastic writer, and to this day, I'll just never understand the hate that man gets on Twitter. Cause like, you know, like there's even this hater on there named like Knuckle Sandwich or something, and then he would often just harass Ian Flynn and just make death threats and just blame everything on IDW and all that stuff. But yeah, that's besides the point. Ian Flynn is a fantastic writer, and I still hope to see more. I still hope to see more from him going forward. I'm also especially tired of all the you know, the jokes centered around him, where every time they see or hear a reference made, they would just go Ian Flynn. It's funny the first time, but then over time it just starts to get old. So yeah, I really hope, like at this point, I really hope Ian Flynn as well and is okay. Anyways, we got our first Chaos Emerald. Nice. I wonder where he put that emerald, but I'm not going to question it. Video game logic. What is that? Okay, looks like that's another Guardian mini-boss or something. But now, the game is showing us an overview of this entire island. Nice. Congratulations! From here on, Sonic is free to explore the island and gather the Chaos Emeralds. Try solving nearby challenges to avoid getting lost. This will unlock more of the map and show more paths forward in Sonic's journey. Try out the jukebox. Change the music on the islands by pressing right on the D-pad. I already showed it earlier. Hold it to open the song list. Find the sound memories hidden across the islands to unlock more songs. The jukebox will not be accessible in certain areas of the game. Turn the jukebox off by going to options. Try out photo mode. This game has photo mode. Interesting. I kind of forgot about that. For the first time in the Sonic game, apart from those fan-made mods that I've seen used in the PC version of the original Sonic generations. Access photo mode on the islands by pressing the pause menu. Gameplay will pause and the camera will become freely movable. Photo mode will be inaccessible in certain areas of the game. Good stuff. Action chain challenge. Begin an action chain challenge by using the side loop on the start mark. Within a time limit, chain together multiple actions and objects to fill the chain gauge. Each time the chain gauge fills up, the score multiplier will increase. Once an action or object is used, it will not fill the gauge again for some time. Open the pause menu to interrupt Okay, kind of a weird way to word it. Open the pause menu to interrupt the action change challenge. New Coco and boost gauge upgrades. Oh my god, there's a lot to read. There is a new species of Coco hidden across the islands. The new Coco is so rare that it counts for several regular Coco. If you take them to Elder Coco, you will power up your boost gauge as a reward. Okay. I look forward to meeting the Elder Coco. I wonder what he's like. Let me get a drink of... Okay, let me, gonna turn on the lights and close the blinds in my room because it's starting to get dark where I live. What up, a shake? Needed a drink of water juice. It's a problem with commentating because you talk so much and then your throat starts to hurt after a while. I have a good feeling Adora will be the only one capable of terminating them once and for all. Ooh, that's I'd love to see. And I wonder if Shadow is going to help her out too. Okay. Alright, so we got that in there. So yeah, so looks like so. Oh yeah, my favorite detail about this game is that if you stand still, the Cocos that you currently rescued will appear. So yeah, it's a great way to show. It's a great way for the game to show how much of these guys you've collected. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so far We have collected 6 of these cute guys right here. Look at them. How can you hate these guys? Like these guys are essentially the Chow, but like I can't put my finger on it, but yeah, we have access to photo mode, so I might as well just show it right now. But yeah, I really love the designs right here. Like, aren't they like the cutest thing ever? Like Adora would especially love these guys. Like imagine if she was in Frontiers, or there's like a Frontiers-esque story. But yeah, this is really cool. But yeah, so yeah, we live in an era to where a lot of games would feature photo mode. Games like the Insomniac Spider-Man games, even SpongeBob Cosmic Shake has a photo mode, which is actually pretty interesting. But I do plan on doing a one-shot video of that game later this month, since the new SpongeBob game, Titans of the Tide, had just released. But yeah, I figured I'd do that just to celebrate both that and the upcoming SpongeBob movie as well. Alrighty, so yeah, there's this big Guardian bot over there that's just standing there doing nothing, not even trying to wreck everything. Alright, so this is the first okay, what is the game called again? Oh, okay, I have to use a touchpad. Okay, so yeah, this is the first challenge puzzle thing. Alright, so it looks like we have to hit these things with the homing attack. Nice. So yeah, so by completing these, you not only unlock more parts in the map, but you also... Whoa! Is that Amy? Ooh, I can smell some Sun Amy moments about to happen. Using map markers. Set markers to mark off an area of interest on the map. Place a marker on the map by pressing the square button. Press the square button again to delete the marker. If a marker has been placed, a beam of light will highlight the destination when in the open field. So I played a lot of games that use the map, the world. Okay, let me rephrase. I played a lot of games that use this map mechanic. So the first time I've seen it was on Spider-Man 2 on 6th gen consoles, the GameCube, PS2, and the OG Xbox. And it was always cool seeing it on some other games, as it's like this in the Batman Arkham series as well. So yeah, always some good stuff. Mysteries in ancient rails. As Sonic solves the mysteries on the island, locations close to each other will be connected by ancient rails, making travel more convenient. Oh yeah, because the game does tell you this. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot this to remember. Alrighty. So yeah, there are parts of that in the there are parts of that in this game too. Seeds in Hermit Cocoa. Locate the red seeds of power and blue seeds of defense. Strewn, I've never seen that word used before, about the island. Bring them to the Hermit Cocoa to raise Sonic's attack and defense. So that is also needed for progression. Okay. But yeah, we saw Amy on the map there, so it looks like she's the first one that we might have to rescue. Oh boy. Oh, baddies here. Okay, training simulator. Okay, that's what it's called. Oh, you can parry in this game. That's sick. All right, so you do it by holding L1 and R1. Timing on what that say? Timing on when the parry is. Okay, I'll take a hit. Timing on when to parry is necessary. Okay. So you gotta do this with the right timing. Okay, so this is essentially a counter. So yeah, so it's pretty much similar to the Batman Arkham series, to where, say if you play those games on PlayStation, you would normally press the triangle button, and then Batman will counter the enemy's attacks, which is essential for comboing. So it's pretty much a lot like that. Let me take this dude out with the Sonic Boom. So yeah, so also just like in Sonic Unleashed, Sonic starts off with a lower power level, meaning that many of these enemies are gonna take a few hits to kill, or probably more hits to kill. but the more he levels up, the stronger he will get. So yeah, so it's a lot like Sonic. It's a lot like Sonic Unleashed, and also Sonic in the Secret Rings as well. As that game also had a skill list. And I also love how when he counters, he gains the ability to slow down time. Now it's not the first time he was able to do this. He also did it in Sonic. He also did it in Sonic in the Secret Rings. I think that was called Time Break. But yeah, so when that happens, it helps out. It helps out a lot for reacting to certain other enemy attacks. Yeah. Always works. Right. Oh, there's Amy. How'd this happen?
Is that you?
Oh, it's the mysterious figure again.
Is someone there? Help me!
Hang on. Maybe messing with the ruins will fix things.
Oh, why do he look so sad right there? Is he sad? Is he sad to see that his girlfriend is about to die or something? I mean, I don't blame him, but jeez. Okay, we have enough memory tokens. Okay, weird, but I like it. Put those hearts on the spear thing. Who is this mysterious figure? And why are they watching us? Anyways, we just freed Ames. Whoa.
Sonic, are you alright?
Me? You're the one who's only half here.
I feel fine, but that energy that was holding me prisoner went into you.
I've been infused with weird zappy stuff before. Besides, I feel like it gave me some kind of boost.
Well, in that case, we need to get moving. If I was trapped, I'm sure Tails was too.
Good call. I'll scout around and find you later. Deal?
Deal. Be careful.
Careful? Where's the fun in that?
Where's the fun in that? I love that line. That's actually a good line. That was sick.
Are the key. Be empowered with this technique.
Alright, so we just gotta move right there. The game didn't even give me enough time to take a look. But yeah, we got yet another ability, and we have enough skill points to get another. Pretty sick, but yeah. Oh, but yeah, we'll look into that later. That okay, no. Man, I was kind of impressed to see how well my last stream did, which was the finale of the Sonic Unleashed Recompiled playthrough, where like more people decided to jump in, and we're surprised to see that Chow were in that game. So yeah, it was pretty funny, but yeah. Yeah, I always appreciate this. But yeah, I still appreciated the. I was so happy to see the amount of support that I got for that stream. So I really hope the same happens for this game as well. Alrighty. Oh, shoot, I don't have any portal gear, so. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna have to fight against this thing right here, which is called Ashura. What? Alright. Is that a reference to that one Sonic 2? ROM hack or glitch or whatever it was, where it featured Sonic and a recolored sprite as he was green and black, which might have been the inspiration for Surge in the later issues of the IDW series. Kind of seems like it. Anyway, alright, so we have to wait for it to slam its hand. So that way we can climb up. Climb it up. Oh shoot. So that way you can use it to climb up, and using those blue rings there as a boost. Alright, so looks like Sonic Boom is probably gonna be the best move to rack up a lot of damage. Because what do we have right now? Okay, I will get those momentarily, but yeah. So yeah, we only have this and the Phantom Rush, which is pretty much Sonic's only key to doing multiple damage. Alright, so we don't want to hit the red rings because they will push you back. So do this. Nice. Oh shoot. Yeah, that trick right there. So if you actually parry, if you actually do the parry after getting knocked back, Sonic can actually recover instantly. He only lose rings if he falls onto the ground. So yeah, I did learn that strat a while ago. But there we go. Ashura has been defeated. Get stiff. Okay, so we do need to go this way. Alright, so what was that new move that we just got? Okay, so we got Grand Slam. Okay, so this is the counter. Okay, so that was just parry. This is the counter. So to do this, the Grand Slam, unleash a powerful attack by following the on-screen prompt. Okay, so I kind of made the mistake. So Sonic just parries but doesn't attack. This is the counter. So you do it. Oops. You do it by pressing triangle and circle at the same time when the prompt appears. Same exact buttons for doing finishers in the Insomniac Spider-Man games. I kind of wonder if that was intentional or inconvenient. But yeah, we have that, and so we have access to 2 more moves. We got Wild Rush and the Stomp attack. I'm gonna go for Wild Rush as this is actually one of my favorite moves in this game. So manual input for the Wild Rush. Press either L1 or R1 and then the square button. Whoosh. Nice. So far, Sonic Unleashed still had better moves than this, but I will admit that it does look really cool. Literally a zigzag attack. And I think it's good for stacking up damage on enemies too. It's possible to dodge into Wild Rush by pressing L1 or R. Oh wow, okay, so they tell you this in the loading screen, but not here. Like, what the heck? Alright. Anyways, moving on. Alright, so we do have to grab we do have to grab this next Chaos Emerald. How many do we have? Okay, we have 1, so that's the second one. And here is the Elder Coco. Find and bring Coco to the Elder Coco. He will be able to raise Sonic's top speed and maximum ring capacity. Go to the Hermit Coco to change how these upgrades are set. Nice. Well, hello. Okay, I don't even know. I have not heard the Elder Coco. I've never heard the Elder Coco say a full line of dialogue. I mean, he is here, but like, not voiced for some reason. So I'll have to come up with something random. Well, hello there. Quick little fellow, aren't you? The name's Sonic, and that says it all. You don't seem like the rest of these little masked guys. We are called Coco, and we've endured since ancient times. My name has been lost to time, so please. I thought that was Sonic talking, okay? I feel like it would have been better if you just list who's talking there. My list has been lost to time, so please simply call me Elder Coco. It has been my job to look after all the little ones, but over time, I've lost track of so many. Sonic, may I ask you to return my charges to me? Sure thing, Gramps. If I see any while I'm helping my friends, I'll bring them back to you. Ah, true hero. I will happily reward you for your efforts. Let me see. I could do 2 things for you. Increase your speed or raise the maximum capacity of your rings. Cool. Let's do it to it. He said the thing. Nice reference to Sonic Underground. All in due time. Bring 15 Coco to me, and we shall speak again. The more Coco you return to me, the more shall I do for you. Farewell, Sonic. Take care of yourself and my dear Coco. Okay. I don't know why, but the Elder Coco reminds me of some other old character, but I can't put my finger on it. But, yeah. I can't put my finger on it, but he kind of reminds me of the Grand Elder from the Namek Saga of DBZ. Because, like, he's also old, and he was also able to give Krillin and eventually Gohan energy to power themselves up. So this is kind of like that. But yeah, I can't really put my finger on it. Been streaming for 1 hour and 30. Okay, not bad so far. All right, so we're gonna go for this Chaos Emerald right here, and I forget what happens after this, so we'll have to find out. Alright, it's unlocked with 3 vault keys. You know what would be funny about that is if it said Sonic got a Chaos Emerald, just like how he would attain them from the special stages. It would be funny. Whoa! A giant metal-looking monster or whatever this is. What is this? Shadow of the Colossus? That PS2 game? Jeez. This dude is massive. Oh, gosh. I am already scared shitless right now.
I guess that's one of the Titans keeping Amy trapped.
Damn, he's like 5 times our size. And there's a mysterious figure again. What is her deal? And why is she doing this? Oh god.
You leave immediately.
Where'd you come from? Are you trapped too?
Do not approach the Titan.
Sorry, kid, but I've got a job to do.
If we are fortunate, it will destroy you.
So that was the voice that was speaking to Eggman in that opening cutscene. Is she the one behind this whole thing? Like just transporting all of us into this new area. Hey boy. Ooh. What is happening? Alrighty, so we gotta homing attack these. Whoa, oops. Okay, I love how the cutscene replays again if you fail. Like I said, we have to homing attack these rocks right here. A cool reference to Asteroid Coaster from Sonic Colors. Bop, bop. And try to hit his face. Hey, he's not taking damage, it seems. I think he's invincible. Oh! He got grabbed. Jeez, that is brutal. Oh my god, that's brutal. It reminded me of that one Sonic X episode where the exterminator bot sent Sonic flying through 3 buildings. Ooh. It's pretty rare you see Sonic take brutal beatings like that. The last time it happened was in Sonic and the Black Knight.
I'm not taking that thing down the traditional way. I'm gonna need the Chaos Emeralds. And maybe a little bit of luck.
It would seem so. So it looks like we're gonna need Supersonic for a huge enemy like that. That's great. So it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to take him down with our base form. There we go. Alright, so right now we're in a nighttime setting, so there's no option to change the time of day. So we literally just have to wait a long while before we can do the challenge puzzles that's relegated to nighttime. Ready? 32 views. Hello, hello CKN11. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to my channel. If you're here, consider subscribing. I primarily review the IDW Sonic the Hedgehog comics. I just recently reviewed issue 12, and I'm currently in the middle of working on the annual 2019 review. And if you're into gaming stuff. Okay, I forgot about this. If you're into gaming stuff, I am currently doing a retrospective on the classic Mega Man series as well, and I also do one-shots as well. I just recently did one on the PS2/Wii version of Unleashed, so check that out if you haven't already. Yeah, as always, welcome to the stream, and if you're enjoying it, feel free to leave a like, and if you got any questions, I will always answer. They're playing some Sonic Frontiers right here, as it's one of my favorite Sonic games of all time, and currently my favorite Sonic game of the 2020s besides Shadow Generations. as I love several things about it, but I do understand some of the criticisms. Anyways, so that challenge puzzle that we just did right there, so that's only triggers if the setting is during the night. If I were to find that while it was daytime, then I wouldn't have access to it until it reaches nighttime. So, wait, what? There's another one? I just beat that guy. What? So apparently there's more than one. Okay. Very weird. All right, so we do have enough memory tokens. I'm just gonna do. I'm probably just gonna explore a whole lot and just do my best to find a lot of these collectibles. So, now why is there Eggman machinery here? What is this?
Tech. It seems abandoned though. Still, I better keep on my toes.
Okay, so this makes me wonder: did Eggman travel here before that first cutscene? Because, like, as far as we know, we saw him walk into this dark area, and then he gets sucked in by that mysterious figure. So does this mean like he's been in here more than once? I don't know if it's ever explained, but I just find that to be pretty peculiar. It's very odd. Alright, thanks for subscribing, dude. I appreciate it. What are your thoughts on this game? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you love the story? Do you like its music? Do you love the gameplay? Love to know your thoughts. Alright, so we gotta fight this once again. So use the Sonic Boom. Okay, nice. Okay, we managed to get that. We managed to get that in one cycle. All right, come on, dude. Slam your hand. Yeah, this is literally giving Shadow of the Colossus vibes. I don't know why. Because I never played that game myself, but I have seen Sky T, one of my favorite content creators, do a playthrough of that game on her channel, and I thought it looked really cool because in that game you also fight these giant metal-looking creatures, or I think not metal, but I think these rock-looking creatures, and now you have to climb on them. So I kind of wonder if this game took inspiration from that. Anyway, blow that up, and there we go. Defeated once again. Alright, so now we have access to another portal gate. Okay, so that's why the second Ashura spawned there. Alright, another challenge puzzle. And I forget what this one is. Oh, okay, you have to climb this tower. Okay, I see. Alrighty. This should be easy. Yeah, we're gonna ignore that enemy because we do need to climb this. Okay, I'm not gonna use these springs, but okay. So the game tells us about wall climbing. Sonic can climb up certain walls, maneuver with the left analog stick, and he can wall run by holding R2 while climbing. So yep, this game has parkour. Just like Sonic Lost World, which came out nearly a decade before this game. Crazy stuff. And we got purple coins. Interesting. Okay, excuse me. Purple coins are unique coins that are used in purple portals. Collect as many as possible and search for these hidden portals to redeem them. I sure wonder what those are used for. Okay, so we have to climb our way up here. And run on walls again, like we're Spider-Man. Yeah, I am going to be collecting all of those because those do lead to a minigame, in which I cannot wait to showcase in this stream, hopefully. Fixed camera. During scenes with the no camera icon displayed, the camera will be fixed. Okay. Whatever that. Okay, I do know what that means, but it's doing that thing that Super Mario 60. What? Okay, why are you here? It's doing that thing that Super Mario 64 did. during sections you can't move the camera. I think that's what this game was trying to imply there. Honestly, it's a really good game. The bosses, the story, the gameplay, the combat, all great stuff. Agreed. That's exactly as to all those things that you mentioned are exactly why I love this game. It's really great. I still say that Sonic Unleashed's combat is still better for multiple reasons, but this game's combat is still enjoyable. But I do wish that was just more than I just wish that it wasn't too button mashy. But yeah. It's still cool how this game has combat similar to that game. Not as good, but definitely better than the PS2/Wii version of that game's combat. That's for sure. Okay, there was a token up there, but I missed it. That's fine. I'll go for it later. Okay, so I'm just gonna progress for now. There was another stage back there, cyberspace stage, but I didn't have the second portal gear. That's fine. Alright, so we need to find Amy. She's right over here. Alrighty. And, oh wow, okay, so she found one of the Cocos as well. Alrighty. Let's send her our love.
Yo, Amy. Who's your friend?
This Coco says they need to find their one true love before it's too late. They've been too shy to express their feelings, but if they don't do it now, they may never get the chance.
You got all that, huh?
I feel like the dimension I'm in is translating for me. It's strange, but feels natural.
Well, you always had a knack for weird insights. Who am I to argue?
Well, don't you worry. We'll reunite you with your lost love.
I would think we've got more pressing issues, but again, who am I to argue?
I love how he says, "Who am I to argue?" twice. Oh my god. Already I love this game's story. I don't get why people dislike this game's story. I mean, yeah, it's just characters talking and stuff, but the reason that is to what's the word? The reason that is to, convince players to be more invested with the story. I do like how, for the very first time since Sonic Unleashed, we finally have an engaging story where, things are now taken seriously, and things are now more taken seriously, and now we have even more, the writing has gotten better, since Unleashed. Because, starting with Colors, that's when, it was less serious and more comedic. And I was very young during the time that game released, and I used to find moments like how Sonic breaks the fourth wall by saying that he'll stick with calling the alien, he'll stick to calling the Whips aliens and stuff like that. It was funny as a kid, but as an adult, it's just kind of cringe. And the later games like Generations, Lost World, and Forces would follow suit with that, but it's fun. But with this game, that's when they finally locked in and made the story actually more interesting. The last game that did that was actually, no, it wasn't Unleashed. That was the last game. It was Sonic and the Black Knight. But yeah, but in terms of main series anyway, it was the first since Unleashed. But yeah, I'm finally glad that's they just introduced these concepts and moments to be taken more seriously. But yeah, that's just my take though. Everybody's free to, or anybody's free to disagree with me. Alrighty, gonna check the chat here. Did I miss anything? Okay, I did. I'm super excited for the next 3D Sonic game. There's a rumor that they'll show a teaser trailer at the Game Awards. Yeah, I did see. I actually saw a tweet of that on Twitter, but yeah, I I did see a tweet of that on Twitter to where they asked if there's gonna be a game trailer. I have my doubts, but if it does happen, then I will be more than excited to see what it's like. A lot of people have been saying that that this new game is rumored to be a sequel to this game titled Sonic Frontiers 2. Now, I don't believe that it's gonna be called a Sonic Frontiers 2, but I'm really hoping that what I really hope to see in that new 35th anniversary game is that they include elements from this game and Shadow Generations. You know, like pretty much put in those concepts that made both this game and Shadow Generations great, and you know, essentially make it the best 3D Sonic game that we've ever gotten in a long time, in my personal opinion. But yeah, I'm really hoping that happens someday. After remembering the gifts her father had given at the moment of her creation, Adora said seriously, "Commander Towers, I believe I can defeat Black Doom. I believe I can defeat Black Doom, Infinite, and Memphis on my own. The chaos energy in my body, which I now control, is very powerful and can be unleashed by a positive emotion." Get it? Unleashed. Okay, I'll shut up now. That was a terrible joke. Hey, Fatal Waffle, welcome to the stream. Thanks for subscribing. If you're new here, consider checking out my IDW Sonic comic reviews. I just recently reviewed issue 12, and I'm currently working on the annual 2019 review, which should be out this month. I'm still in the middle of completing the script for that video, but it should be done. Yeah, I really hope to get it out at some point this month.
Over here.
Hey, more Cocos. They're so cute.
This poor mother says she's lost her children. Can you lead them back here, please?
Oh, that's a mother. I didn't even notice. Alright. Alrighty, so this is the very first mini game of this game, to which we have to do some family gathering. Let me read the chat. Sonic Frontiers is Sonic's version of Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I actually brought that up earlier in the stream, but yeah, this game takes a lot of inspiration from that Zelda game, and yeah, I can definitely see it. And I'm not sure if this is true, but was Super Mario Odyssey also open world? I could be wrong. But I never played it myself, but I have seen playthroughs, and it actually looks really cool. Anyways, guide the Coco back to their mother while avoiding their bombs. Getting hit 3 times will fail the quest. Boosting and dodging are not available in this quest. There you go. Let's do this. I remember when I first played this back in 2022, I used to struggle with a lot of these, or are these called mini? Okay, I'll just call these missions. I used to struggle a lot with these missions because like for some, like whenever you approach these Cocos, they would always okay, thank God, I thought the stream was lagging. Whenever like every time you approach the Cocos, they would always wander off in a different direction, and then because of that, I would always fail the mission. But it took me after the second playthrough that I found out you can actually just stop midpoint if they're going in the wrong direction, and then yeah, you can just do it like this. So, yeah. I actually learned that strat without looking it up online. But anyways, we got our third Chaos Emerald, I think. So yeah. I love that dance animation. It's one of my favorite parts of this game. Anyways, we just save the Mother Coco's kids, as what Amy just said. I didn't even realize that until she mentioned it. Aww. Oh, I just noticed a new chatter. Hold up. I'm gonna wait for this cutscene to end. Zap. What does that mean? Whoa! Oh my god, what happened? Is she okay? Or are they okay? I don't know. I don't know the genders.
Okay, okay. We'll keep looking. Sonic, they act like none of that happened.
Do we even know what that was?
No, but I got a sense of completion, comfort.
Weird. Now let's keep moving. I want to wrap up our time here ASAP.
Sounds good to me.
Alrighty, that was crazy. It looked like they fell like that and passed out. Jeez, I didn't even realize that until now. Anyways, hey Tolek, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? If you're new here, consider subscribing. Just this is this is my first time. This is the first part of my Sonic Unleashed. Not Sonic Unleashed. Oh my god, tongue twister. This is my first time playthrough of Sonic Frontiers on the PS5. And yeah, said it previously, but I do love this game. It introduced a lot of interesting concepts, and it's got Ian Flynn as the writer, all that stuff. So yeah, I already mentioned it previously, but yeah, I am a big Frontiers glazer, as I do love most things about it, but there are still a few things about the game that I don't like. But overall, I do think it's a very fantastic game. And the coolest thing about this is that it currently has sold almost 5 million copies, and I've heard from a few others that this was the first, like, I heard from a few others that Sonic Heroes had sold over 1 million copies, and I think it was the most sold Sonic game until this one. I wasn't even aware of that until all the other people brought it up. So yeah, that's actually pretty something, and that actually makes me happy since I am a Sonic Heroes fanboy, and because it was my first ever Sonic game. But yeah, anyway, so we have to climb up this right here. There you go. So that's gonna unlock another part of the map. Everyone around her was in deep emotional shock. Ooh. Crazy. I don't think Odyssey was open world. Still a great game. Oh, okay, so it wasn't open world. Okay. Thanks for the clarification. Sonic should get his own version of Tears of the Kingdom. Silver should be in it, as he's similar to Rauru. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't even know who that character is. I never played a Zelda game, so I don't know a whole lot. I do know about the main characters, Link and Zelda, as well as this villain named Ganondorf, thanks to Smash Bros. But other than that, I don't know too much about that franchise. But yeah, and I probably butchered the pronunciation of that character's name, so please forgive me. Yeah, I'm not at all familiar with the series. The only reason I knew about it was because of Smash Bros. So yeah. That's just all I know. Anyways, okay, so we have to go all the way over there. But yeah, another reason why that I like this game is that like the game, because it's open world, they give you an incentive on exploring through this area. So we are on the first island, which is called Kronos Island. So, and honestly, I think this is probably my second favorite island of this game. My actual favorite one is the fifth one. It's the fifth one, which is called Eronis Island. But it's gonna be quite a long time before we reach that one. But yeah, I do love that for many reasons. But Yeah, I will delve into my thoughts once we eventually reach that item, but again, it's gonna be a long while before we get there. Alright, so I am gonna try to search for these maps. Okay, so we have 3 Chaos Emeralds so far. Because there is this mini game that I do want to showcase in the stream, so I am gonna be going for all these. So yeah, I progressed through the story, but I am gonna try to unlock every single instance of the map for this world. So be sure to grab your popcorn because we are gonna be here for a while. Alright. Well, who's there? Who's there? Oh. I don't like these enemies. They remind me of those, hold up, let's do this. There we go. We can just parry them to death. But yeah, they remind me of those weird enemies from Pac-Man World 2. Especially in the repack. Especially in repack. It was the, I already forgot the name of that stage. I probably should have rewatched the VOD of my playthrough on it. Yeah, they remind me of those bull-looking enemies from that game, to where they would just try to revel into Pac-Man. I feel like that enemy was exactly like that. So yeah, because like it's always instances where I just get screwed by them. Get rid of these guys right here. All right, so we have enough memory tokens, so we can't talk to Amy. But so I'm gonna try to find some more challenge puzzle signs there, and I will try to do the cyberspace stages as well. I'll try to see if I can do all of them, but it's not guaranteed. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, I can just do this. Yeah, there's a challenge sign, but it's obscured by the map, so we have to. Okay, so it looks like we have to reach this on our own. Okay, get rid of whatever this thing is. Yeah, I don't know the names of some of these enemies. I think I might have to start. I'll have to start looking these up after stream, but you guys are free. You guys are free to tell me the names of these enemies in the chat, because I'd love to know. But yeah, I don't really know the names of those enemies that I was homing attacking earlier. So yeah, I don't really. I probably should have done this before streaming, but yeah, you guys are free to help me out if you know a few bits and pieces of those guys. Okay, I'm trying to find this. Where is it at? I think I know where it is. Yeah, if I keep running, yeah, if I keep moving towards it. Okay, I don't think it's over there. Okay, I didn't do this yet. Hold up. Okay, so I still don't have 400 rings yet. So yeah, I'm just gonna repeatedly side loop so that I have a total of 400. Okay, there it is. There is the challenge sign right there. We're almost there. Yeah, by doing this, you get not only rings but a ton of skill points. And I love how Sonic gained electric powers now, which I feel like they might have took from the Paramount movies. Like it was seen in the very first movie, where during his fight with Robotnik, where after he wakes up, while Tom was fighting with Robotnik. That's when he gains his electrical powers and literally sends Robotnik into another dimension. I always thought that scene was really cool. What kind of chaos energy do you have in your body, Adora? Sonic asks curiously. Do you think they should bring the Wisps back and create new ones? Well, the Wisps have been there for a while, dude. They were in Sonic Lost World. And they were in Sonic Forces, and they were even in Team Sonic Racing, and they are currently in Sonic Racing Crossroads. But if you mean in terms of story, I honestly would not mind. But unfortunately, many people in the Sonic fan base would probably disagree, since there's many who hate the Wisps for there are many who hate the Wisps for some reason, and I'm like, guys, it's not these guys are not that bad. Like, they're cute. I mean, are they better than the Chows? No, but that doesn't mean they're terrible. I think they're the perfect additions to the series, and especially in gameplay too. Now in games like Lost World and Forces, it made no sense for them to be there. But it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really bother me, so I don't get why everybody's bugging. Anyway, let's continue here. So yeah, so he now has a total of, yeah, so he needs 400 rings, so that way he can now boost faster. Still not as fast as Sonic Unleashed or Sonic Generations, but definitely decently fast. Oh, okay, we just found another Coco there. I didn't even see them. Alright, so what's this one? I think that's another Guardian mini boss, but we'll deal with that one later. I forget. Do you have to side loop? Let's see. I'm assuming you have to side loop these things. No? I forget. Oh, okay, no. Okay, I have to ride these platforms and hit the switches. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done a full playthrough on this game, so there are a few things that I forget. Alrighty, so that's another part of the map unlocked. Let's freaking go. Yeah, so throughout all the maps, or almost all the maps in this game, so you have these tokens, but if you push L1 or R1, you can it actually shows some of the items and other locations as its own dedicated its own dedicated slot. So yeah, so it's got Action Chain Challenge, which I'm probably not gonna be doing a majority of in this live stream playthrough, but I'll do my best to showcase a few. I'll do my best to showcase a couple of them. Also got side stories in which you can bring tokens to either Amy or this mysterious figure. We also have it's also got the Elder Coco, who is currently not shown on the map just yet. It's also got Hermit Coco, who we still haven't met yet, but yeah, we are going to be doing that. We're going to be doing that right now. It's also got New Coco, in which I think is unlocked after you grab all the memory tokens, if I'm not mistaken. Because I did boot up this game at one point before streaming it, and I found out that these guys will spawn if you grab all the memory tokens. I think that's how it is, but I could be wrong. And also the sound memories, in which you can unlock tracks from all the games in the franchise's 30-year lifespan, which is always nice. All right, and it's got Fishing Spot. Is Big the Cat in this game? I wonder. We'll have to find out soon enough. All right, and the Chaos Emerald Vault. Good stuff. And the Guardian maps, in which we've already fought against 2 so far, and memory tokens, in which you do need in order to get the new Cocos to spawn, and Island Mystery, in which are actually part of the story, and of course the challenge missions. But yeah, we're gonna find the Hermit Coco first, so he's right over here. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that right now. Okay. Let's continue on through. Oh yeah, this game has the drop dash, by the way. The game hasn't even told us this yet. But yeah, this is the first 3D Sonic game to have the drop dash. So how you activate it is you push the X button twice during mid jump. So yeah. And surprisingly, it does have its uses. I mainly ever use it to get up slopes, and maybe get down slopes as well. So yeah, the drop dash though, I mean, I mean, yeah, the drop dash does have a lot of uses, surprisingly. I mean, they didn't need to add this, but surprisingly it still works for situations like that. Okay, I was trying to do the quick side loop. But I don't have that move yet. Okay. So I might as well just stick to regular abilities. So yeah, because Sonic is at a very low level, that's why enemies like this dude takes a lot of hits to kill. But the more he levels up, the stronger he will get, similar to Sonic Unleashed as well. Oh yeah, and I love his voice clips when he gets up the slopes. It's pretty funny. Alright, get this out of the way. Okay, so we need to find the Hermit Coco. So, oh wow, okay, he's all the way over there. I don't even know how I passed him. Hey, Macon Park 9899, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Welcome to the very first part of my Sonic Frontiers livestream playthrough. As I already recently finished my playthrough of Sonic Unleashed Recompiled, and I am now doing this game. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. For my main content, I primarily review the IDW Sonic series. I just recently did the issue 12 review, and I'm currently working on the annual 2019 review. If you're into gaming stuff, I am currently doing the classic Mega Man series, as I just did Mega Man 7, so feel free to check that out. But yeah, if you're enjoying this stream, please leave a like, as it does help out a ton, and it helps boost up the algorithm, and hopefully gets more people invested in my content. So yeah, so if you... oh dang, I should have read that. But yeah, as always, if you have any questions, just feel free to leave them in, and I will always answer. Anyways, this is the Hermit Coco. And like the Elder Coco, I don't know what this guy sounds like, so I'll have to guess a voice, but probably just make the same one. At last we meet, Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't think we've met. Just like the Coco, you have touched a digital dream. Unlike most, I know how to listen to it and hear some of its secrets. To hear it properly though, I must keep to myself. Call me a hermit if you like, it is the path I've chosen. Have you found any seeds in your travels? You mean these things that the robots sometimes drop? Indeed. I will lock their power and pass it on to you. Alright, so this is why we need the blue and red seeds. So now we got defense level raised up to 14 and power level raised up to 14 as well. Excuse me. Bring me more seeds and I will give you more power in return. Seeds of power will make you strike harder. Seeds of defense will make you sturdier. That's pretty cool. And sorry you're a hermit. Oh ho ho! It all comes from listening to the whispers of the digital dream. You have wells of untapped potential, but I cannot reach them. Dang. Know anybody who can? Unfortunately. Unfortunately, seek out my sibling, the Elder Coco. They can likely unlock your inner strength. Then come back and see me so I can be sure they did it right. I am tired and return to the dream. Let me rest, child. Nice. I love how Sonic is so chill when talking to Asian characters like this. Anyways, oop, okay, my chat is blowing up right now. Who's talking? Okay, door. A type that can't be unleashed with the positive emotion my heart and mind are filled with. Adora told the blue hedgehog. She turned her attention to Shadow. In my case, the positive emotion is love. Adora admitted tearfully. There is a mystery with the Wisps. What did they do while inside Sonic's tummy? They sleep inside him when he doesn't use their power. Sonic says that it tickles when they go in him in Sonic Colors DS. Yeah, that is true. He actually did say that in that game. But yeah, that is a good question. Like, they literally absorb his body, but like... And then it gives him powers, but other than that... I think that's pretty much all they do. I mean, they give Sonic like these cool color powers, which I actually thought was cool when I was younger, and they still are now. But like, now I do know that in the Wii version. Whoa, it's Ninja again. All right, so the game is now telling us to parry attacks. Hold L1 and R1 to parry. It is unnecessary to parry based on timing from incoming attacks. Parrying is very effective against certain enemies. Okay. Alright, so this is the second Ninja Guardian. Oh, I can counter. Okay, I forgot. Nice. Now, let me deal with this guy right here. Yes. You're out of here. Hold up a second. Okay, sorry about that. Got something stuck in my throat. But yeah, I was gonna say that in the Wii version of Colors, whenever the whips are sleeping, and if Sonic tries to use them, they actually exit out of his body, and which was actually shown in I'm trying to remember. I try to forget, but there is this cutscene where the Cyan Wisp emerges from Sonic's body, and then Sonic goes, "Man, that was crazy." I forget when it happens. I think it might be one of the other. I think it might be after Act 3. I forget. It's been a long while since I played through the story mode of Sonic Colors, but yeah, I think that's like one of the only times you ever see it. I don't think that ever happens in the DS version of that game. Yeah. Anyways, more on that later. So anyway, let's see what Ames has to say. Of course he's bored. Oh, there's a mysterious figure again.
Reckless actions endanger the world.
Care to explain how saving my friends is a bad thing?
You are an enemy combatant. I will not share data with you.
What is wrong with you? Sonic would never endanger anyone. He's even going to help this Coco reunite with their one true love.
Love. An emotional status too vague and varied in its definition. You are both too ignorant to be helped.
Hey, we're not ignorant. Shut up.
What was that girl?
Aside from being a pain, no clue.
Tsunami moment, by the way. Oh, Ian Flynn really did wonders with this. Ian Flynn really did wonders with that right there. Like even that small Coco right there, or which I think was a Coco mother, even that ships them, which is very cute. But wow, we got a lot of these guys right here. Let's see. Gonna access photo mode again. Let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, so we have a total of 28. Jeez. Yeah, we will be needing these woodland creatures in order to get Sonic fully maxed out. All right, so we have enough for this. We have enough for this next move. So this is the stop attack, in which you can press the circle button during a combo. A stopping attack that swoops down from above onto the enemy. Let's do it. All right, so you have to. Okay, so you have to do this during a combo. And now the move may look basic, and the move may look basic and generic, but trust me, it is actually one of the more useful moves in this game, as it actually does a lot more. It actually does a lot of damage, and it's especially useful for racking up combos. So you're gonna be seeing me do. You're gonna be seeing me do that and the supersonic boss fights, and which I do look forward to showcasing, hopefully in this stream. So yeah, it's gonna have a lot of uses. Yeah, I feel like I might have to take a break at some point, as I've been sitting here for 2 hours now, for 2 hours straight. But yeah. Anyways, alright, so at this point we need to find the vault keys from the portals. Yeah, so good excuse to showcase the cyberspace stages. Alrighty, so unfortunately Sonic Frontiers still has 2D sections, of which I feel like considering that this is an open world game, it really shouldn't. It should not have any 2D sections whatsoever. And I don't really look forward to Chaos Island, which is the third Starfall Island in this game, where it has such an obsession with 2D sections. I feel like that's just kind of unnecessary. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about earlier. So you see this this knight image under the challenge sign. That means this challenge activates once the setting, like once time has passed to nighttime. So right now we're at the daytime setting, so it will not activate until it's nighttime. Again, I really wish it was similar to Sonic Unleashed, to where you could take. I really wish it was similar to Sonic Unleashed and some other open world games like the Insomniac Spider-Man games, where you can either pause the game or just go to this certain area to change the go to a certain area to have time to do a time skip. So that way you can you can have access to the nighttime setting much quicker. Is somebody there? Oh, enemies. But yeah, it's still weird how this game doesn't have that. So you literally just have to wait a while until time passes so that you can do the mission. It looks like it's happening right now. Anyway, let's speak to the Hermit Coco. It was a good sleep. Oh, you've returned. Do you need my insight once more? I am tired and return to the dream. Okay. It doesn't look like we have any seeds yet. That's fine. Oh. Wait, hold on. Let me backtrack a bit. There was something over here. As I think there was. The whips always go in and out of Sonic's body, specifically through his belly. Why is that? I honestly do not know. I think it's just one of those. It's just one of those moments where it's game logic or something. Like, because again, like the second they enter his body, he transforms, but then like they emerge out of him. So like you think Sonic would just like feel like some sort of a stomachache or something to where he'd like pass out? I'm kind of surprised that never happens, but yeah. Maybe I feel like that could be the reason why, but it just doesn't happen. So then again, Sonic is very durable, because we saw in Sonic Unleashed where he twice in a row he falls onto the earth and remains completely unscathed when he should be dead, or at the very least have all his bones broken. Jeez, it's weird. Yeah. Okay, so we have to climb up here to find these Cocos. Okay, I think we have enough.
These look like homes? I wonder who used to live here.
I didn't even question that until now, but yeah, these do look like homes. Oh, even though they're shaped like a triangle. There aren't any doors here either, so how would somebody even enter? I wonder. Oh yeah, by the way, at some point in Kronos Island, Sonic will actually mention Tangle. And I don't remember when it happens, but yeah, I think it's when you walk into one of those waterfall areas, and he will actually say, I bet Tangle will love hanging around these ruins. I actually brought it up in my issue 4 review, by the way. So yeah, that's and I feel like that's actually coming true, since both Tangle and Whisper are going to be playable characters in Sonic Racing Crossroads, which is going to be their first ever console appearance, by the way. So it looks like Sonic may be correct. there is actually a main series version of Tangle. Or even though the IDW series is canon to the games, which I remember saying in my issue 1 review where it raised a lot of questions, but they did provide many evidence that proves that it is canon. So yeah, so that part in that video is did kind of age poorly though. So I do realize I was wrong. Anyways, okay, so another puzzle right here. Man, I will be going for all of these. I will be going for all of these. So yeah, it's not gonna be a 100% playthrough though. As before this game, Sonic Unleashed was the hardest Sonic game in existence to go for a 100%. And I think this game might be as well. I don't know for sure. I haven't seen anybody go for a 100% on this game. But case in point, I do know that. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But I do know that Sonic Unleashed was the hardest one, which is why I didn't do that in my live playthrough. Because I watched a guy named Some Call Me Johnny do a 100% playthrough of that game, like during his own live stream series. And I remember he said that the DLC stages weren't worth S ranking because, my golly, the game is so very demanding with the S rank requirements, because you have to be familiar with the stage design. You'd have to never die at any points, and then you'd have to react to a lot of things. So yeah, far too demanding. Oh wow, okay, so it looks like we got enough vault keys. So it looks like we have access to the damn 4th Chaos Emerald, as Shadow would always say. Yeah, might as well go for it right now since we're already close. I didn't even realize. Anyways, open this bad boy up. Oh gosh, I gotta pee right now. Alright, right now it's already 7. And we're already 2 hours in. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to clear this island in the stream, but I'm not really gonna showcase everything. So what else? Okay, so I might as well just go for this, I guess. There is this so there is the fishing spot that I do want to show in the stream too, so I'm gonna try to go for that. There's a lot of these, yeah. So if there is a challenge puzzle sign, if there is a puzzle challenge inside, then yeah, I will have to do it. I will have to do it though. So I will, like I said, this isn't any percent playthrough, but I will try to go for all the challenge mini games, so we can 100% unlock. We can 100% unlock every part of the map. And more fishing tokens there, and the blue seats of defense, and some more stuff. Good stuff. Since Sonic says it tickles in Sonic Colors DS when the wisps go inside his stomach, how is Sonic not laughing when a bunch of wisps go inside him all at once? Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea. I have no idea why either. But it's kind of funny the way you put it. I can picture him laughing so much to the point where he can't even take it anymore. It's really funny. Anyways, we're fighting off against this guy right here. For some reason he's named Squid. I'm not sure why he's named Squid, but I mean, I'm guessing he kind of is an octopus, but or a squid, or actual squid rather, but yeah, weird. Anyways, take him down like this, and then do this counter, yes, or a parry, I mean. And I'm gonna use the stop attack. So, first time I get to use this right here, and finish him up with this Sonic Boom. Okay, I thought he was gonna hit me there. Okay, bam. Yeah, this won't be the last time we'll see this guy. But I remember a lot of people would make memes about this guy. like every time they. Oh, did he not drop something? Usually that thing drops something, but it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Oh, okay, never mind. It's right there. Who's there? Who's there? Is there an enemy or? Oh no. Okay, training simulator. I was about to say. Okay, that's not necessary. Yeah, it is rather weird. It is rather weird. It is rather weird how he doesn't feel ticklish with a bunch of whips inside him. I never actually thought about that until now. Get these right here. Yeah, most of these puzzles are very easy to do. So yeah, so I do agree with a few people that Shadow Generations handle this mechanic a lot better. Where I kind of forget. It has been a while since I've last played it. I definitely did replay it again after I live streamed it back in July. But yeah, I do remember a lot of people saying that that game handled the puzzle mechanic a lot better than this game does. Anyways, oh yes, here's the fishing spot. We found it. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this ball thing first. Why does that look? Okay, so why does this enemy look like the ball bots from Sonic Boom? Like one of Eggman's bots that he would send after Sonic in the game. I think they first appeared in the New Year's Eve episode. I think. I could be wrong, but my favorite scene in that was how Knuckles rams his fist inside the ball bots and then like he does like he shakes them around while doing a funny pose or whatever that was, and then he throws them at Eggman. I always thought that part was really funny. I love the Sonic Boom cartoon so much. I've actually been rewatching it on Netflix recently, and I just remembered how freaking amazing it was because at the time it came out, I was a freshman in high school, and I remember seeing all the trailers and commercials for that series, and it just got me super pumped. But yeah, man, get this, it's been 10 years since the season 1 finale where Shadow appeared in the show for the very first time. And I even referenced it in my issue 6 review of IDW, where I delve into the history of Shadow, and then I even brought up the scene where he goes, "Your shoddy craftsmanship brings shame on all hedgehog kind, and for that you shall perish." Granted, that line doesn't make any sense, but I just love that line delivery though. But yeah. Anyways, we found the fishing spot, so let's see what this leads to. Yep, it's definitely a portal. Yeah, it doesn't require any portal gear or anything, so I wonder why that is, but let's find out.
Oh, hey Sonic, you come here to fish too?
It's Big the Cat! Let's go! He's in this game! I love this guy so much, dude. They brought him back. I think this is his first mainline appearance, if not counting Sonic Colors on DS. The last mainline game that he appeared in was Sonic Heroes. And since then, he's just been relegated to making cameo appearances in Sonic and the Secret Rings. And yeah, he also did appear in Sonic Colors DS. And I remember in that game where he still lost Froggy somehow, and then that's when he gives a mission to Sonic to find him and all that stuff. But yep, he's in this game too, and he's doing pretty much basic big things as he is still fishing even during cyberspace. But yeah.
Big, what are you doing here? How did you get here? What even is here?
I don't know. I was looking for fishing spots and wound up here. So now I'm fishing.
You're fishing.
Of course you are.
Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow a rod.
Nice, thanks, Big.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to detense for a second.
Do you know how to fish? I'll teach you if you want. Hey, you
Oh.
bite. Sonic, I'll leave it to you to pull it up.
I love this already. I literally love this. This is literally so cool.
Can you see the red ripples? When the white ripple overlaps with the red one, lift your rod up quickly.
Okay. So push the X button with the right timing. And we got our first fish, which is a Madeka or Madaka.
Wow, awesome! You've caught it already.
Woo!
Nice catch, Sonic. I'll trade you a token for any fish you catch.
Nice.
If you get plenty of tokens, I'll trade them for some of the treasures I found. Just tell me what you want. Froggy really likes those purple coins. If you bring me one, I'll let you borrow my rod again.
Nice. So yep, we got Big the Cat in this game. He is always such a joy to watch. I still hate his gameplay in Sonic Adventure, but as a character, he is goated. Like I really love this guy, and I was definitely happy to see him in Shadow Generation. So that was the first time we got to see him interact with Shadow. So yeah, good. It's always some good stuff. I wish Sonic's Link outfit he wore in Sonic Lost World Zelda DLC was in this game. Yeah, oh yeah, good point. They should have done that for the Switch version of this game. Because I did show that earlier at the start of the stream, but Sonic can wear outfits based on the characters from Monster Hunter, which was a series made by Capcom, by the way. So this is pretty much this is pretty much the second time that Sonic has collaborated with a Capcom series. The first was Mega Man in the Archie series, but yeah, But yeah, I feel like that was kind of a missed opportunity to do that for the Switch version, since Zelda, The Legend of Zelda is a series by Nintendo, and those games are only on Nintendo consoles, similar to Mario. But yeah, I feel like that should have done that though, since this game takes a lot of inspiration from Breath of the Wild, so pretty cool stuff. Anyways, let's read this right here. Treasure tokens and gold cards. Get treasure tokens from Big by catching fish. Once Sonic has accumulated a good amount of tokens, head to trade tokens to trade them for items that will aid in his adventure. A gold card is an item that can be exchanged for one of the items on the list. Think carefully about which item will be the most useful. Sure thing. Alright, so obviously we can do fishing. We can also view the Fishopedia. Let's take a look. Okay, so we only have one so far. So this is a Madaka, a small slender fish often found in home aquariums. A diverse range of variants exist, including those with translucent skeletal bodies or multi-hued skin. And there are voice locks too. I wonder what these are. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna take a break a little bit. I do need to use the bathroom, but I will be back. So stay chill. So just stay chill for a bit. I will try to be quick. And I just take a moment to listen to this gorgeous theme, by the way. Okay, I'm back. I'll lower it a little bit. Okay. Alright, thank you to those who are patient. Need to take a little bathroom break. Oh gosh. That was craven. Anyway, let's do some fishing right here. Alright, so this is exactly what those purple tokens were for. So as what Big just told us, he said that Froggy is a fan of those purple coins. So wow, oh my god, this fish is huge. Literally a marlin. So because Froggy likes those purple coins, he wants Sonic to exchange the purple coins that he finds in the Starfall Islands in favor of giving him fish tokens by doing fishing here. But yeah, and this is one of my favorite. In fact, this is actually the best part of this game, by the way. It's like Sonic Team or Sega, I think, or maybe both, had realized the flaw of Big's gameplay in Sonic Adventure, where a lot of people, including myself, had claimed that it was the worst part of that game because it didn't even make any sense overall as why it's even mandatory to beat that game. Like many people have said that. Like many people have asked, like, what does him sitting on his butt and fishing have anything to do with Sonic going super and defeating perfect chaos? Like, what? I feel like it would have been better if it was just. I feel like it would have been better if it was just optional. So yeah. So I'm not sure why they thought it was a good idea to add it, but yeah, it didn't really make sense. It didn't really make any sense overall. Anyways, we just got Elder Coco Scroll, which means it's gonna tell us right now. It means we have access to the fast travel. Scrolls can be unlocked while fishing. These scrolls unlock fast travel to the Elder Coco and Hermit Coco, but only for the island where they are obtained from. Let's freaking go. So yep, because Sonic Frontiers is an open world game, it's going to include the fast travel mechanic as well. So yep, I love a lot of open world games that have this. The best games that have this feature were the Insomniac Spider-Man games. That is if you don't turn off the fast travel loading screen animations. Because one of my favorite ones was how another guy in a Spider-Man costume chats with the real Spider-Man while inside the train. That was actually one of my favorite. Ones from the first Insomniac game. It's kind of a shame that Insomniac Spider-Man 2 removed them. Because actually no, only Insomniac Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales have the fast travel loading screens. Spider-Man 2 was only on PS5, so I never got a PS4 port. So you never get to see any of the fast travel loading screens. But yeah, it's always really cool. It's always really cool to see. It's stuff like that. It's always really cool to have in open world games like this. But yeah. Alright, so we just got a tadpole. Good stuff. Tails needs his own game where he takes off his gloves, showing his really sharp claws and sharp teeth, then using them in battle. Wasn't there a character in Sonic Prime that did that? That was based on him. I do know that his name is 9, and I might be guessing wrong. It's been about a year since I last watched Sonic Prime, so I don't remember a whole lot about it, other than the clips that I've been seeing on my Twitter feed where Sonic was just very childish. But yeah, there is a character like that, you know, similar to what you described. But yeah, because that version of Tails seemed very sinister, and I do remember in season 3 where he becomes evil, and then he tries to, I don't know, take over the multiverse or something, and that was when Shadow joins in and tries to talk sense into 9. But yeah, I guess I could see a Tails game that's similar to that. Because I'm not sure if you know this yet, but Tails has already had his own games. In fact, he's actually had 2 of them. It was Tails Adventure, in which I have not played since 2020, 5 years since I did my Sonic Universe issue 17 comic review. And the other was Tails Sky Patrol, in which I got to play for the first time on the Sonic Adventure DX minigame collection before Sonic Origins came out, the Plus DLC. But yeah, I would love another. Whoa, my controller just vibrated. But I would love to see another Tails game. And I especially would love to see another Knuckles game too, because I feel like I'm really glad that 2022 was basically the year of Knuckles, and then 2 years later we got the year of Shadow, and Sega still has an obsession with trying to make Shadow a main character at this point. But I would definitely love to see, you know, a year of Amy or something, because I'm still happy to see that she's going to be in Sonic Movie 4 as oh my god, I just realized it's gonna be a year since Sonic Movie 3 released. It's gonna be a year since Sonic Movie 3 released. Oh my god, I can't believe it's already been. I can't believe time has already passed since then. But yeah, I still remember when I watched that movie with my IRL friend, and then we saw Amy the end credits. Like, not only we saw Amy, but we saw Metal Sonic at the end credits. But we were more so excited for Amy. Whoa, I got a chopper. Apparently, classic Sonic enemies still exist in this current timeline. So, like, what the heck? But anyways, as I was saying, but yeah, me and my IRL friend jumped for joy upon seeing Amy just blasting away all those Metal Sonic clones, and it was like one of the most hype. It was like literally the most hype as I've ever been at a movie theater. Like the second we saw her in that scene, I was like, no freaking way, that's Amy. Like, I literally just jumped, and then everybody in the theaters also jumped for joy as well, because like we were all so shocked. We were also shocked at her appearance. Like, we did not expect that. So that's many reasons why I really hope Jeff Fowler and everybody else who's taking part in this movie series really do justice with her character, similar to what they did with Shadow. So please, I really hope that becomes a possibility. You know, similar to what the recent Mario movie did with Peach. I'd love to see Amy get some badass moments. Like, I'm really hoping that does not happen and that they don't mess it up. Anyways, we got a red Stingray. I'm instantly reminded of Jet Stingray from Mega Man X4. I gotta read the chat here. Nine was using robot legs, not using his natural claws. Okay, thanks for the clarification. Okay, I think it might have been Sonic that did that. I think he did that in a few episodes. I need to rewatch Prime again. It's been so long. It's been quite a long time. Anyways, alright, so we only have 4 fish tokens left, I just realized. But we got Hermit Coco Scroll. Did we get this already? Okay, yeah, I think we got that already. Because I think the game might have told us. But yeah, we have 4 tokens left. But yeah, we are definitely getting a lot of fish. Wait, what? No, okay. Okay, I'm getting it mixed up. But oh yeah, those are the purple coins I remember. But yeah, we have a total of 4 now. 3 left. So we're not gonna be able to do a whole lot of this. What the heck? Okay, who the heck put a red can underwater? What? Oh yeah, speaking of underwater, SpongeBob and Patrick were recently added to Sonic Racing Crossroads. I've actually brought it up in my past streams this year. But yeah, it's still very surprising that we're seeing SpongeBob and Sonic officially crossing over. I never, like, as a kid, I always dreamt of seeing the two, like, interact, but I never expected it to happen officially. So in a way, it seems that younger me predicted this somehow. So yeah, thanks both Sega and Nickelodeon for actually making that true. I still have not played Sonic Racing Crossroads yet, but it is currently on sale, I think. I still want to get a physical copy. Of it, but it is on sale on the. It is on sale digitally, so I'm kind of debating if I want to. Go for that or just buy it
You don't
physically.
have any coins? I bet there's more back on the islands. Would you like to
Yeah, so
try?
yeah, that was our last purple coin. So yeah, but thankfully there are a lot of purple coins on the island. So yeah, I will be going for those. So we have a total of 62 fish tokens. So all right, so you saw during that, but there are times to where Sonic will reel up treasure chests, and sometimes they can either give him the Cocoa Scrolls, which will unlock the fast travel, or other times it will also give us these gold cards. So we're gonna be using it on these egg memos. So yeah, the game literally just told us here. So yeah, because if you use the fish token, if you use the fish tokens, if you use 15 fish tokens to spend them, then yeah, it's definitely a lot. And this and the Chaos Summer Vault keys are the most expensive. So we're just gonna spend the rest. On the seeds here. It's probably not gonna be a whole lot. I'm just gonna do 14 each, and just spend the rest on these. Ready?
Would you like to try?
But we're not done yet, as there's one more thing that I'm going to do before I leave, and this is the barbecue spit. So yep, and I don't know if it's just me, but it kind of reminds me of the Red Dead Redemption games, where there was a similar mechanic where there were like these characters who were just sit on the crossfire and cook stuff. I wonder if this game took inspiration from that. And even Dragon Ball Z Kakarot had something like this, to where you can have characters chill by the campfire and then their health will regenerate. So pretty cool stuff. As Tails is a fox, and foxes are related to dogs, Tails has great strength, great speed, can see in the dark, and can sense these supernatural spirits and ghosts. I'm pretty sure, I think I remember seeing Archie Tails have something like that, because I remember I actually own a graphic novel of Sonic Select Book 8, and there's actually a story where Tails actually gains great strength and makes him taller too. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen that yet, but that's actually really crazy. And also in that issue, there are like a whole pack of Tailses, like different versions of Tails. Similar to in issue 19 with I think that story was called Night of 1,000 Sonics. But yeah, you may be true about that. Anyways, back to this. Cook the meal to the perfect doneness to get tokens from Big. Pay close attention to the music and the meat's color to cook it perfectly. The number of tokens received will change depending on the doneness. I never heard that word used before either. Anyway, let's grill. Okay. We're already 3 hours in. Okay, so looks like we're not going to be able to beat this island. Hold up. Yeah, so it looks like we're not going to be able to get through this island. So that also means we're not going to be seeing Supersonic in this stream. So it'll probably happen next stream. But yeah, I don't plan on going for a longer stream here. Yeah. Ah, dang, okay, I mistimed it. Well, some people prefer it this way. It's fine. We still get tokens, but only fewer. Yeah, so this is pretty much a arithmetic. This is pretty much a rhythm-based minigame here. Nice. I'm talking about natural, not with science or magic. Oh, okay. My apologies then. Let me do this right here. So tasty. That is so cool. But yeah, so now that you mention it, yeah, so it kind of seems like I forget the name of the person who came up with the concept and design for Tails, but I feel like when he went about it, I feel like when making him a fox, he decided to have Tails differentiate himself from normal foxes, and just decided to make him a small fox cub to be one who's just like to be an infant, and is just very younger than Sonic, who is just very younger and smaller than Sonic, and it's a good thing that you mentioned this, because I was currently writing the script for my IDW Sonic Annual 2019 review, and I decided to rewatch a clip from Sonic X where Tails meets Sonic for the first time, and it's a lot like in Sonic 2, to where he was bullied by other jerks as they smashed his contraption or toy or whatever that is. And then he walks around very sad, and he sees Sonic, and he decides to follow him and finds his plane. And then when he decides to, I already forgot what he was doing there, but when he decides to paint it, and then when he decides to paint it, Sonic finds him and asks what he's doing, and then Tails, introducing himself, says that he's a mechanic, and then Sonic decides to accept him as a friend and a mechanic, as he actually says in that scene, "I could use a good friend and a mechanic." So yeah, I am gonna be bringing that up in my review when that gets uploaded, once that's finished exporting. But yeah, if you have any ideas of that, you can feel free to leave it in, and I might have some more ideas to which I can bring up when we're talking about the segment and the Jet Set Tornado segment, which is one of the stories in the annual. Anyway, let's cook up some stuff. Alright, we're already 3 hours into the stream, so yeah. I'm not gonna go for a longer stream, but I will do that next stream. So tasty. And I got 3 tokens. Tails should combine it all with his super form. His mortal limits will be removed. I'm liking this idea. I don't know why, but this chicken looks so good. And thankfully I do have some chicken, so dang. Well, some people prefer it this way. But yeah, I do have some chicken, so I'm definitely gonna chow down on that after I finish the stream. But yeah, Sonic Frontiers is a super long game, so it is impossible to finish it all in one sitting. It's pretty much as long as some other open world games on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The Insomniac Spider-Man games, or actually no, Insomniac Spider-Man 1 and especially 2 are super long games. Because I am currently doing a third playthrough of Insomniac Spider-Man 2, and I'm still not halfway done. It is super long. Because I'm not even at the part where, like, the last time I played it was where I stopped. Wow, I keep on failing. But yeah, I literally stopped at the part where Peter decides to go stop Dr. Connors as he lives it on his own, and just not let Miles tag along for some reason. But case in point though, Sonic Frontiers is a super long game. I think it might be the longest Sonic game. I think maybe even more longer than Sonic 06. I think, like, if you're counting all the stories in that game. But yeah, we are most definitely gonna be here for a while, assuming if you're gonna stick around Fate's a Waffle. There we go, so tasty. Nicely done. But yeah, it's a good thing that I started my live playthrough of this game this month, since it is the final month of 2025 and before 2026 hits. Crazy stuff. Yeah, I look forward to see what they'll do for Sonic's 35th anniversary. As I did actually buy the 2026 Sonic. I actually bought a 2026 Sonic calendar. So yeah, I will share it on my community tab post once 2026 hits. Dang it, messed up again. Yeah, at least I'm getting a lot of tokens out of this. So at least I don't have to spend purple tokens. Except how nice of Big to let us do this for free. He's always such a chill guy. So tasty. I know some may view this as repetitive, but it's still very useful, and it kind of gives like they really give you a good reason to chill, like just listen to this theme as well as this grueling theme. So yeah, it's clear that Sonic Team put a lot of effort into this game, but if only it was more polished and more if only it was more polished, then people definitely would have given this game much more credit than initially, when it first released in 2022. Yeah. But yeah, this game is 3 years old and almost 4 at this point, as 2026 is about to hit. Yeah. And I feel like the reason this game was a success is because the Paramount Sonic movies had gained a lot of traction and made the whole Sonic franchise just as popular as it was back in the 90s. And I wasn't even born yet during the 90s decade until 99. But yeah, I'm honestly glad that the Paramount movies made this franchise such a success than it ever was before, possibly even more than the 90s. So yeah, I bet even Sega themselves are probably proud of that. So yeah, I think I do remember when the teaser shot for the first movie was revealed back in late 2018. There was like a lot of there was a lot of backlash out of that, and that was how I discovered Sam procrastinates, as he's the guy who went, "It's 8 in the morning." It is still funny. But yeah, so if it wasn't for that, and that they had to redesign Movie Sonic, then I don't really know what sort of direction the franchise would even take in. Oh boy. But either way, it's always some good stuff. So and I especially feel like that was the reason that this game got way more sales than all the other games. And right now, at the time of the stream, it's currently almost sold 5 million copies. Very high. It's very high for a Sonic game. Crazy stuff. Anyways, read the chat. Alright, I'll do this one more time and then I'll move on. I'm sick and tired of the Tails disrespect. So he needs to be reminded that warriors and scientists are two sides of the same coin. He's both, and he needs to be reminded of his natural abilities. I do agree with you with that first sentence. Cause I don't know if you probably already know this by now. But I really hated the way Tails was portrayed in Sonic Forces, to where they made him such a huge coward and for some reason is not a fighter. Like, I hate how in that one scene where he was cornered by Chaos, and rather than fighting back, he just cowers in fear and just literally leaves himself open to almost be hit by Chaos until he was saved by Classic Sonic. Like, and I'm like, that is not how you write Tails. Like, Tails was nothing like that in Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Shadow 05, and Sonic 06 especially. And for Sonic Unleashed, while I do agree that he shouldn't have cowered, he did it for good reason though, because those nightmares and that Titan seemed very formidable, and I fear that Tails would have gotten, like, you know, severely hurt by them, but he could have still at least tried. He could have still at least tried at the very least, but for Sonic Force's case, definitely not. Especially in the cutscene to where he was being cornered by those white egg pawns. Like, Tails could easily take down those bots easily, but he just chooses not to. So, like, what the heck? But thank God in this game, like, this is another reason why I like Frontiers more than Forces, is that Tails actually starts fending for himself, and you even get to play as him in this game too in the Final Horizons DLC, but it's gonna be a long time before we even get to that. But yeah, like, literally in this game, like, once we get to the third Starfall Island, which is Chaos Island, that's when we get to see that he has learned from his mistakes and Forces, and that he's actually shown to be way more formidable. So yeah. But yeah, what you said in your first sentence, yeah, that is true. That yeah, he was getting a lot of disrespect, and I'm glad that this game definitely did him justice. Yeah, good stuff. It's always good to see them improve. Anyways, I've rambled not for too much right there. Alright, we're gonna do this one last time, and then we are going to leave. So tasty. Ready? And we're just gonna get some more stuff. Ready? Yeah. How nice enough of Big to let us make some barbecue for free without having to pay him some fish coins. Alright, so. Alright, I don't have any coins, I forgot. Oops. Okay, so all we can do here is trade tokens. Alright, so just get more of those. Alright, 25 each. Yeah, just get the rest of these. Okay. Alright, thanks, Big. It's nice to see you again, but unfortunately we do have to leave. Alrighty. Alright. Hopefully the stream has not lagged at any point. I didn't see an error message or anything. I'm gonna assume it probably might have without me noticing. Alrighty, so now we can fast travel to both the Elder and Hermit Cocos. Okay, so we did get both. Get both. While fishing, Sonic may come across scrolls. Elder Coco and Hermit Coco each have their own scrolls, and using these scrolls will unlock the fast travel option to the respective Coco. Excuse me. Access fast travel by toggling the icon on the upper right corner. Nice. Alright, so it looks like we got okay, so we only got 20, so the catch completion is 62%. 62%. Alrighty, that is fine. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end this stream in a few minutes. I've been streaming for 3 hours now. Alright, so we're gonna fast travel to the Hermit Coco. He's right down there. 'Twas a good sleep. Oh, you've returned. Do you need my insight once more? Allow me to unlock the power of the seeds you've gathered. Okay, so how much is this going to raise us? 25 and 26. Okay, nice. Not bad. So you're most definitely powering up now. Thank you, Hermit Coco. You're the best. Oh, okay, so this is what the game told us. Okay, so you have to use these. Oh, hold up. Okay, there we go. So we have to get close to them and then push square. Okay, do this. And then do this. Nice. I actually didn't... Okay, so when I first played this game, I didn't even know that you can do this. Or at the very least, I forgot that you can do this. Okay, so the game literally told us. The game literally told us, and then I just neglected it. But yeah. So yeah, they did tell you that there is like these extra pathways that you can do by just activating these switches here. Very cool. Yeah, I will do my best to find a lot more. Find a lot of these not fish tokens, purple coins. Since Link can transform into a wolf, and both wolves and foxes are related to dogs, wouldn't that make Link and Tails technically related? That's kind of a tough question, but I kind of doubt that. Now, aside from the DLC, aside from the that Lost World DLC, I don't think don't think that's really canon or anything. Or actually, I don't think they take place in the same universe. Since there's yet to be a real crossover of the two franchises. And I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I'm not familiar with the Legend of Zelda series. I don't really know much about anything in that series. I know about Link and I know about Zelda and I know about Ganondorf thanks to Super Smash Bros. But apart from that, I know nothing about that series at all. I've heard a lot of good things, but I never played them. I never played any of the NES games. I never played any of the GameCube games or Wii games or Wii U games. So, but I have seen playthroughs done by many of the content creators I watched, like Kobe. I've seen some Call Me Johnny review them, and as well as a few other creators. And speaking of which, I was just watching this one video by a guy named Knuckles Channel 3 and Knuckles, who normally goes by Gotta Be Frank. He actually showcased this mod in Sonic Unleashed Recompiled, which is based on the Legend of Zelda, one of the games, and that's where you play as Sonic the Werehog, and it actually makes a lot of sense considering that the Werehog's gameplay is combat, platforming, and puzzle focus. So yeah, I actually kind of want to try that out. I won't stream it though, since I already just finished my playthrough on that game. But yeah, it actually looks really cool. Anyway, so alright, so we're gonna send this mysterious character who we don't even know all these hearts, or all our love, I mean. So let's see what she has to say.
How are you able to return from cyberspace so freely?
I don't know. I guess I'm just that awesome. Yeah. Although, I bet you'd have better insight on that.
I will not share data with the enemy. Besides, your survival may be a fluke. You cannot cheat fate forever.
Wow, thanks for the encouragement. No, I'll keep doing it until I figure out how to rescue Amy. Yeah, it doesn't matter if this is all one big trap or if you keep throwing weird robots at me. Nothing's gonna slow me down or stop me. Count on it.
This character still hasn't told us her name or why she's doing all these things or sucking us through these giant throne portal things and bring us all here. So like, what is her deal? Like, what is her deal here? Like, come on. Like, give us some context or something. Jeez. Anyways. There are rumors about a Sonic Frontiers 2. Yeah, I did bring that up earlier in the stream. And again, I don't believe that game is going to be called Sonic Frontiers. I don't believe that game is going to be called Sonic Frontiers 2. Because if they say it's a rumor, then it's obviously not true, and I don't believe it. I'm not the type of person who believes what's being said on the internet, because I'm not the type of person who believes what's being said on the internet. However, I do hope that if they incorporate elements from this game and Shadow Generations into the 35th anniversary game, it could very likely the best Sonic game that it could be very likely the best Sonic game that we've had in a long time. Yeah, that's just my stance. And welcome to the stream, by the way, Matthew. Hope all is well with you. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Oh, hold up. Get out of here. But yeah, I primarily do reviews on the IDW Sonic series. I just did issue 12. I did issue 12 3 months ago, almost 3 months ago, and I'm currently working on my review of the IDW Sonic Annual 2019. So yeah, so if you're new here, consider subscribing, and if you're enjoying the stream, please leave a like, as it does help out a ton. And if you have any questions, just feel free to leave them in, and I'll always answer. Thank you. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get through this island in this stream, which also means we're not going to be seeing Supersonic fight against Giganto. That giant behemoth's name. that literally just yeeted Sonic earlier. But yeah, so we may very likely not be able to see that in this stream, unfortunately, because this is a very long Sonic game. Do you want a spoiler? I know her. Yeah, I know her name as well. The reason why I was saying that is because that is how I reacted when I first played this game in 2022. But yes, this new character's name is Sage, and that's all I'm gonna say for now. But yeah, she is I don't think she's an antagonist yet, I think. But her motives here are very questionable. Like as far as what this game is telling us right now. But yeah, this new character's name is Sage, and I actually do like Sage. She's actually a pretty neat addition to the series. And I do know that she's gonna eventually be appearing in IDW, as IDW is gonna be making a tie-in to this game, by the way. But yeah, that is gonna be a while from now, because I think they're doing it in I forget which issue. I think it's issue 80 something. Anyway, let's speak to Ames here. Are we more the chat after this cutscene? Oh my gosh.
It's beautiful here, but there's a loneliness here. The land feels sad and empty.
Yeah, I got the same feeling. I think it's tied to the ruins, weird robots, and other stuff we've encountered. But on the plus side, I've got plenty of room to run around.
And you never know how many new routes you may discover.
Yeah, I'll try not to have too much fun finding a way to restore you.
Alrighty then. That's the end of that right there. Yeah, a lot of people criticize this game. A lot of people criticize character interactions where they're just standing and talking. I guess I can kind of agree, but even then, it's not. I don't think it's as deep as as you really think it is. I mean, you can't just skip them, but like, they do provide important plot details. And once again, like, I'm so glad that we finally have a serious Sonic story again for the first time since Sonic and the Black Knight. Like, one of the things I loved about Sonic Unleashed, which also had a serious story, was how they blended in comedic moments with serious moments. I literally brought it up in my one-shot video where I covered the PS2/Wii version of the game. So check out that video if you haven't already. But like one of my favorite moments was how where like after Sonic and Chip beat the Dark Gaia Phoenix and place a Chaos Summon inside the temple, they run out, and then Chip accidentally bumps into Sonic's face, and then Sonic flicks him away. And then after oh my god, okay, that what is that animation that's really bothering me? But after Zonjin, the Chunan village elder, tells Sonic that the Dark Gaia Phoenix is back to his old self, Sonic speaks to them, and then during that, Chip deliberately and intentionally hits Sonic in the back of the head. I actually posted that on my community tab, so yeah, that's just for those who aren't actually aware of that. But yeah, Chip actually did do that on purpose, so yeah, he was literally just trying to show out there. So yeah, I really love moments like that, to where they mix in comedic moments with serious moments. Like I've always loved that about shows like Teen Titans and TMNT 2012. So yeah, it's always one of my favorite tropes in fictional media. And wow, I could not jump there. Weird. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just wandering while I'm speaking. Okay, I don't like how the quick step is delayed here. It's really weird. Whoa! This Coco has a cowboy hat. That's actually pretty sick. She's better than Elise, I'll say that. Yeah, oh, FR, dude. FR. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm one of the people. I can definitely agree that Elise is not a good character. Like, in my opinion, I think she's worse than Chris Thorndike from Sonic X. And like, I was recently watching a stream too, where like they reacted to the cutscenes. But yeah, I think Elise is just a very mediocre character. It's like she's a princess and Soliana, and her role is just primarily constantly getting kidnapped and captured by Eggman. Like every time Sonic gets distracted, it's like what is that trope? Like it doesn't make it never made any sense to me. But yeah, I have played Sonic 06, but I still to this day have not beaten that game just yet. But yeah, it's gonna be a while before I get my full. It's gonna be a while before I get my full-on opinion. Did you see what I just said? Oh no, I didn't. I forgot to read your comment. I forgot to read your comment. I'm so sorry. I'll read it right now. Sorry, I tend to get distracted sometimes. Link turned into a wolf in Twilight Princess, and the same Link from Ocarina of Time can turn into a golden ghost wolf with glowing red eyes. I've never seen either of those. Yeah. My apologies for missing your comment. I got distracted. I was lumbering on too much. I tend to forget a lot of things. Man, Chris cries too much. In the first 2 seasons, yeah. In season 3, however, he's actually not that bad. Cause it was at that point where he's much more mature. The only thing I didn't like about that is how they just go through the Dragon Ball GT route and make him a kid again. Like they put his body, or that portal that he goes through when trying to enter Sonic's world, puts him back in a 12-year-old body. And I feel like that would have been better if he was still in his adult body. Like that would have been much more better. I already forgot where I'm going. I just activated that switch, but I forget where the switch is. And I'm already losing time here. Shoot! Oh my god. I forgot where this is. Oh my god, camera angle, stop. Oh shoot. I wasn't paying attention. I forgot where this is. Yeah, it's not up there. Shoot, and the game literally froze. I see what people mean. I do see what people mean. I now see what people mean when they say this game is unpolished. Okay, where was it? Where did I find it? I think it was down here. And Elise, you're telling me she hasn't cried for like 13 years? Are you kidding me? Yeah, right? Like somehow I refuse to believe she went through that long period. Like she went through all those years without ever crying once. Like Sonic 06's plot is just it's just kind of weird sometimes, you know? Like what? And like Sam Procrastinates even brought up in his stream, that was what I was referring to, by the way. That if there's like he pointed out the cutscene to where Elise was actually willing to fall to her death, and like that would mean like she was essentially trying to kill herself, and then if that actually happened, that would mean she released Iblis. So yeah, it was kind of not a good choice on her part there. It's like, what? Crap, I already... Okay, it's right there. I see it now. But yeah, Sonic 06 just, like, Sonic 06's plot... Like, I think when it comes to Sonic's story, I think that's the one people criticize. But yeah, it's literally just all over the place when it comes to stuff like that. Can I make it? Yes. Good. Yeah, a lot of crazy things in that game that doesn't make any sense. I even brought up in my IDW issue 3 review where Knuckles was handled so poorly in that. like it's at that point where like he was just made as a joke because like Sonic throws him, ouch, Sonic throws him back the letter that was made by Eggman, and then for some reason he fails to catch it somehow. Like what? Like come on, Knucklehead, you're way better. You're way better than this. Jeez. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, I didn't want to activate that. I forget. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing here. Okay, so we're gonna fast travel to the Elder Coco here. Where is he? Yeah, he's right up here. Oh my god, I forgot what voice I gave him. What do we have here? Boost gauge raised. Nice. How's that for a change? Welcome back, my dear Coco. Thank you, Sonic. Shall I grant you more power? So, what shall we start with? Okay, so I remember when this game first released, you only had the option to increase speed and raise ring capacity, but in a later update they actually changed this. So they actually added these two new options here. So it now it now has use everything to increase speed, or use everything to raise ring capacity. All right, so for now we're just gonna use everything to increase our speed. So right now we got it at level 13. Nice. Alrighty, and next time we meet the Elder Coco, we will use everything to increase our ring count. We got some more stuff right here, and I got 20 skill points, so I'm gonna use it right now. Let me read the chat here. Iblis kind of reminds me of the subterranean level dragon. Okay, that's a cool emoji. Volvagia, you fight in Fire Temple and Ocarina of Time. Really, that's pretty interesting. Is that a dragon-based enemy too? That seems sick. Rouge now. I would have caught that. I would have caught. Wait, what? I would have caught the letter. I would have caught the letter, Knuckles. Okay, I think there's a typo in your comment, dude. But yeah, I do agree with that. Knuckles, not Knuckles. Rouge would be better at catching that than Knuckles would, which is pretty funny. All right, so we have more abilities here. So this is the homing shot, in which I feel like this is a reference to the Sonic wind attack that Sonic does if you fight against him as Shadow in Sonic Adventure 2. But anyways, this move has him launching a volley of energy spears at the enemy. This is activated by pushing R2 in midair, and then the square button in midair. Alrighty, that's pretty cool. Which one of these should I get? Trying to choose here, because both of these are 30 skill points. I didn't mention this yet, but this is Loop Kick. This is activated by pressing R2 and circle in midair. It's a looping, rapidly accelerating kick attack in midair. And we also have Quick Side Loop. Press the triangle button during a combo. Quickly side loop around the enemy when the side loop meter has maxed out and turns blue. The meter fills up with every attack that hits an enemy. It can be used continuously when it is still blue. Alright, so the homing shot and loop kick are more expensive. So we'll just go for this. So yeah, throughout this game, it actually gives you there are these boxes that you can find, and they have a lot of skill points, and grabbing them will actually net Sonic up to I think up to 2,000 to 4,000. I could be wrong, but yeah. So I will be trying to go for those throughout this live stream playthrough. Anyways, we're gonna quick side loop. Okay, so this was the move I was trying to do earlier. I just keep forgetting you have to unlock it first. Yeah, this definitely helps out a lot with the combat. Good stuff. Quick side loop can be activated by pressing triangle during a combo with the set. Wow. Because I'm playing this on PS5, the load times are super fast, so it barely gives you enough time to read the hints there. Alrighty. Okay, so alright, we're just gonna continue. We're just gonna continue all the way through. Oh gosh. Oops. I don't know why I did that. That was an accident. Alright, so I may end in a few minutes. I've already been streaming for over 3 hours. Alright, so we're just gonna go and talk to Amy, see if there's anything else important, but if not, I will call it a stream. Alright, so once again, send her our love.
Something wrong?
They say their Amore was stationed on the far side of the field. This is the field.
I'm not seeing a lot of farming going on.
He said farming,
Maybe
but not
use
ore
that
farming,
to
unfortunately.
yours.
That would
You
have
can
been
clean
sick.
up all this wild brush.
Alright, so okay, yeah, it is a mission that we have to do. Spring is in the air. Remove weeds with side loop and reach 7,000 points before the timer runs out. Watch out for the bees. Not the bees! Avoid them by luring them towards the flowers by using quick side loop on seeds to make them bloom. Ooh. One of Link's skills in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, one of Link's skills in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. It's where you dodge your opponent's attacks at the very last second, which leaves them wide open. Sonic kind of does that. Really? In this game? Wait, I'm confused. Wait, do you mean like the parry? Does Link have that move as well? Because if so, that's actually pretty sick. It's called the Furry Rush. Oh, interesting. Okay, at this point, I low-key want to try a Zelda game. I've never actually played a Zelda game, but like I've seen playthroughs and they look really cool, especially Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Anyway, let's go on and do this right here. Yeah, after this, I will call the stream. I've already been streaming for for over 3 hours. Alright, so I didn't get to explain it much in the last challenge where we had to guide all the Cocos. But yeah, so we have to. So yeah, these are mandatory, so these cannot be skipped. And if Sonic gets hit 3 times, you will fail and you will have to start all over. Okay, so yeah, this one's pretty simple. So I remember being stuck on this when I first played this game. But yeah, so what they want you to do is side loop around this grass, and that way you can get the high count for doing this. Alright, so we got more than 5,000 right now. I think one more. Oh, okay. I think I have to do it right here. Oh my god, I'm out of boost energy. Try again. There we go. Okay. That's actually a lot easier than I thought it'd be. Nice. Which Zelda game would you play first? Good question. Maybe Breath of the Wild, I guess. Since that is on Switch, and I do own a Switch. Not the Switch 2, the Switch 1. So yeah. I'll have to ask my nephew if he's played one of them. Because I think he said he did play Super Mario Odyssey. But yeah, I'll definitely think about playing a Zelda game, and I'll definitely play it on my own time. I won't stream it. You know, I don't want to make the same mistake as I did in my Spider-Man PS1 playthrough. But yeah. But if there's any other if there are any other cool Zelda games besides that, you can feel free to recommend them. We'll love to try one of them out. Anyways, we got I think this is our 5th Chaos Emerald. Yep. And he does the cool dance again. Yeah! I love that so much.
So,
Wait, did I say 6? No, 5th Chaos Emerald. Oh my god.
Yes, they make it
I'm not
sound
that good
like
at
it was
counting.
abundant. But now,
I mean, it's grassy.
yup. But I've seen this kind of recovery in areas Dr. Eggman damaged. Something ruined this land, and it's barely begun to recover.
Then we need to make sure it has plenty of time to heal.
Right.
I just noticed that Amy's voice has also gotten deeper in this game as well. Wow. I thought Sonic's legs were just shaking right there. But yeah, I also noticed that Amy's voice has gotten deeper as well. So yeah. They really are taking things seriously, and I commend it. This is yet another thing that those Sonic Frontiers haters would often criticize, but again, I don't see the issue there. Okay, I've already went this way. But yeah, I really don't see the issue there. People are just bugging for no reason. Okay. Alright, collect vault keys from portals. Okay, so yeah, I think this is where I'm going to end it. So yeah, unfortunately we're not okay, let's take care of these guys first. So unfortunately we're not going to be able to complete Kronos Island in the stream, so we will be doing that in the next stream. So yeah, so we won't be seeing Supersonic here, unfortunately. But yeah, anyways, so that's gonna be it for the first part of my live stream playthrough of Sonic Frontiers. Like I said, I really love this game a lot. I always have been ever since I first played it back in 2022, and it remains. I'll probably call this probably in my top 10 favorite 3D Sonic games of all time, and probably one of my favorite Sonic games of all time in general. Like there's like you can like, even though you know some of it seems rushed and there are many instances where it seems unpolished, I still enjoy this game, and I'm honestly glad that like some of these concepts were I'm so glad that some of these concepts were brought back in Shadow Generations. So, and I'm really hoping like if they incorporate elements from this game and Shadow Generations into the 35th anniversary game, it could likely be the best Sonic game that we've ever gotten in a long time. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this. That's gonna be it for the first part of this live stream playthrough. So yeah, next time I will be trying to go for all the challenge. I will be trying to go for all the challenge signs, so that way we can see the full map of Kronos Island, and then after that we will be turning into our super forms. We will be turning into our super form after we grab the last 2 Chaos Emeralds and fight off against Giganto. So yeah, look forward to doing that. But yeah, that's not going to be my next live stream. My next live stream is going to be a birthday stream. So my birthday at the time of the stream is 2 days from now, and I'm going to be live streaming all 3 Sonic Advance games. So it's going to be similar how I did my Sonic Origin stream back in June when it was the franchise's 34th anniversary. So yeah, the reason I'm doing that is because I want to give the Sonic Advance series some love. Those games are already over 20 years old, and Sega just never bothered to re-release them. So yeah, I figured I'd do that. As part of a birthday stream. So, but yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody is still watching or anything. So if anybody has any questions or anything, I will always answer. But otherwise, I'll have to call it. Oof. Yeah, I've been sitting here for a long time now, and I'm super hungry, and I want to chow down on some food. Now, I'll have this play as I end it. I just got Windmill Isle earlier. Where is it? Right here. This is great. Alright, Fatal Waffle or Matthew, are you guys still here? You guys got any questions? Just feel free to answer, but if not, I'll have to call it. I'll give you guys a minute. Yeah, I know Jess is already gone since yeah, it's already after 7, so but yeah. Should be a good thing. Alright, no questions? Alright. Thanks for tuning in, dude. I appreciate it. Alrighty. Anyways, guys, so that's gonna be it for me. Really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be back on what's today's date? I will be back on Thursday for the birthday stream. So peace out, take care, and stay safe.